Let the harvest begin.
All right. Welcome back to the Gory Gaze, the horror podcast, where two boyfriends slash up and bleed out your favorite horror movies, mostly but not limited to the black sheep, underrated, and forgotten gems of the genre. I'm Stanley.
And I'm Alex.
Yay! Welcome back, Alex.
And I'm Alex.
You are.
Yes, hi, welcome back.
You are released from your duties, miss.
Oh my gosh, please, madame, please shower with the rest of the water left over from the mop.
Were you listening to the intro? Did you notice the changes I made to it?
No.
Oh.
We've changed it so much, but I think you
changed
shortened it.
Like twice.
You
ever.
shortened it from the last time.
No, I just added like little new clips, and I was going to ask you if you noticed.
Well, I know the Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, you noticed that one.
Yeah,
okay.
At the end.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
The new teasers are so good. I love the new ones where at the end of it, she's screaming it. She's screaming, "What are you waiting for?"
Oh, that's a commercial that doesn't exist that only you saw.
No, look, so
Or trailer, I mean.
No, it's a TV spot. You're right. Like I thought that I had made it up. I was scrolling through Instagram and this TV spot like showed up, and then I could never find it again. For the longest time, they were showing the trailers with Jennifer Love Hewitt saying, "What are you waiting for?" Just in like her soft, gentle tone.
As far as I know it to this day, I've only seen 3 trailers for the movie so far. There's 2 trailers and 1 TV spot.
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, that I've seen. But I did get to see the one you say that starts with fear.
Yeah.
And then it goes on with so on and so on, and it ends with, "What are you waiting for?"
I cannot wait.
What are you waiting for?
I am so excited for this movie. I'm so excited for this movie. And just a prelude, we are going to be covering that movie for our next episode.
Yeah.
Not
I wanted
to jump
to watch
ahead
it.
of ourselves. Well, we're going to watch it.
Well, I wanted to watch it during 4th of July, but you didn't let me.
It's not that
That's
I didn't
how it
let
happened.
you.
Basically, you're like, no, because we're going to do it, so why
Pump
watch
the
it now?
brakes.
And I was like, it's okay. We can watch a movie.
Hold on a second. You wanted to watch Forrest Gump.
Of course.
And
it's the only 4th of July movie.
And I was like, hey, look, we can watch. I know what you did last summer, but you want to watch Forrest Gump.
Well, we could have watched. I said double feature.
And we also watched Independence Day.
And it would have been great because we would have gone from Alabama to Maine.
What's in Maine?
Fishing.
Well,
Hooks.
okay, I know what you did last summer is not set in Maine.
Oh, wasn't it?
No.
No way.
I think it's set in North Carolina.
No.
Yeah.
It's absolutely Maine.
It's it's Southport.
This is how much I know about this movie.
North Carolina, I'm pretty sure.
It never says North Carolina.
I swear it's on the coast.
It starts with Maine.
Well, I know Maine's on the coast as well. No.
That's how the hook began.
That's silly. Did you ever read the book?
No.
Oh, why am I asking you that?
Why are you asking me that?
That's silly. We'll talk more about I Know What You Did Last Summer. Wait, no, you liked the movie.
I do like the movie a lot.
I can't wait to talk about the movie, but that's the next episode. What are we talking about this episode? Do you even know?
Yes, it's our favorites. Of course, one of the underdogs, one of our black sheeps of the family.
It is.
So it's our specialty.
This is a franchise we haven't talked about yet. Well, I guess we haven't talked about a lot of franchises yet. Have we talked about any of the Scream movies? We haven't. The Scream movies.
No.
We were going to talk about Scream 3 and then we didn't do it.
No way.
We did talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street. We did an audio commentary on Nightmare on Elm Street. And then we talked about Halloween 3.
Yeah.
And then we haven't talked about like any of the ones with Michael Myers or anything like that.
No.
Anyway, okay, so we're doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next generation.
Underdogs.
Yeah. Okay, well, so this one is so it's the Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 4, The Next Generation. There's a couple different titles depending on which one you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually 2 different versions. There is a regular theatrical cut, which is probably the one everyone else watched or is watching.
Until now.
And then there's this one, which is the Shout Factory, Scream Factory, whatever the brand is called. The Blu-ray that we got off of Amazon. This was such a fucking battle to get this movie.
No, get it right. It's Scream Factory.
Is it Scream Factory?
I don't know.
Oh, is it Shout TV? Will you grab? Where's the movie? Oh, it's sitting right next to me.
Right in front of you.
Oh my god. Okay, so it is Scream Factory and Shout Factory. It's the same thing.
Get it right. Get it right.
But this was a battle to get this fucking movie. I had ordered it on eBay. Long story short, I hadn't updated my address yet. We had been here for about a month, and eBay was like, I mean, I don't order off of eBay all that much. I had emailed the seller. He didn't get back to me for 3 days. I had canceled it immediately, and I was like, hey, like, I'll just rebuy the item if you just let me cancel it. He sent it anyway. I wasn't able to go get it. I got refunded, blah, blah, blah. But this whole process took like 2 weeks. We were going to do this as a Pride episode. And the last episode we did was our birthday, so it was about a month ago.
Yeah.
And then we were going to do this as our 51st episode, and it just didn't happen because, once again, I just let trauma get in the way. And I really wanted this DVD. And I was looking at stuff on YouTube, and I was trying to find, like, the deleted scenes and, like, the stuff that was added for the director's cut. It just wasn't working out the way that I wanted to, and I'm glad that we waited because the special features and the movie itself as the director's cut, it was worth waiting for, I think.
What are you waiting for, huh?
We were waiting for this to arrive in the goddamn mail.
The funny thing is had that eBay seller listened to our Gory Gays episode last week or the last one, he would have known that we moved to Bakersfield and we are no longer in LA, asshole.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. Get it together.
Yeah, if you're selling shit on eBay, like, be as courteous as you can to your customers.
I know,
and then take their money.
And I don't like writing bad reviews, and I don't even think I wrote a bad review. I just had harbored bad feelings. But anyway, we took the time to, like, actually sit through the Blu-ray features, and there's quite a few of them. And
how cool it looks before you move it.
I know, I saw the light.
Yeah, right?
Like the poster for this is bonkers. I love this.
Yeah.
The poster is Leatherface basically in drag and fishnet stockings holding the chainsaw. The alternate poster is the chainsaw as lipstick.
Sorry.
What did you say? Say it again.
I said it's how our sisters see themselves.
That's so funny.
Look, cover these posters.
This is how Gypsy sees herself.
Gypsy?
Yeah. But the special features are, there's some interviews. There's an interview with the director of photography. There's an interview with one of the actors, the actor who plays Barry. Then there's an interview. There's an interview with the special effects guy, and I think one of the producers. I'm not entirely sure. I got the names. I just don't remember. Whatever.
Yeah. It's on your notes, I believe.
What's on my nose?
It's on your notes.
It's warming up in here, huh?
No, I feel good.
I am, like, kind of... Okay, so as you guys know, we live in an RV, and we just got this, like, massive canopy that we put together. The whole thing is so we're not exposed to direct sunlight, like, at all times, and so it doesn't fry our air conditioning system.
Not that it would. I mean, it's designed for it, but
yeah, but
why
like,
not be more?
It's hot here though.
It is,
and it gets hot. And since we've had it up, our bedroom has cooled down significantly. The RV itself has cooled down significantly, and we don't have to have the AC on like at all times. It seems just yet. So we're kind of testing it out right now because when we do podcast stuff, when we have the AC on, you can hear it, but thanks to like the magic mastering skills of the Buzzsprout processing, like we think it takes it out for the most part. But either way, we're kind of trying out, like trying it out.
Air conditioners are loud, period. You know, like in general, unless it's like a central air conditioner that's actually built into the home, then it's going to be quiet. But like in general, if you have air conditioners in the window,
I'm just taken back to the days when we used to unplug the refrigerator.
Oh my gosh, dude. We would literally be like, nobody fucking move a thing. Okay, go start. Let's start podcasting. Like, and as soon as we start podcasting, ambulances go off.
It was nuts. It
gunshots.
Was actually so nuts. I have to turn my mic down just a little bit. Okay,
yeah,
I think that's better. Okay, cool.
I was gonna mention before we move on from the cover, not that we already have. It sells a different fucking story here. Like, this looks so sexy. Like, this mask that he has on doesn't even exist in the movie. This looks so hot.
This is like, it's so
I could be this for Halloween.
You should.
I love the hair.
There's like quite a few different variations of Leatherface throughout this film. There's one that I called the Roseanne Leatherface. That just looks so much like Roseanne. Then there's maybe I just have one.
That's it.
A name for one. I mean, there's just different versions, of course. But the one that I can think of off the top of my head is Roseanne. Describe this movie in 3 words.
That's it. No, in 3 words. Let me see. I would say, oh my gosh, like, how could you describe it? I don't know. You describe this movie in 3 words.
Okay. I think it is campy, wacky, interesting. And I've really grown to like it, I guess. It's so funny because I've only been used to the theatrical version since I was a kid. I mean, this movie, we'll get down to like the release dates and all the stuff when you do The People Under the Stairs, but I saw it for the first time when I was very little, and it was the first Texas Chainsaw movie I saw, which is what I was telling you earlier. I was under the impression that this is what all the Texas Chainsaw movies were like, so I kind of avoided this series. And up until that point, these were the only 4 movies that existed in this series. There was no remake yet. There was nothing after, this was 1995. And there wasn't even a Scream movie out yet.
Yeah,
like, so there was only this. And so I wasn't used to movies like this to exist. And so I just kind of avoided the Texas Chainsaw movies. And then later on down the line, I finally saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it completely changed me. And to this day, it's still one of my favorite movies of all time. Not even just horror films. It's just like it's a perfect example of just genuine, scary, like visceral filmmaking. Like out of all of these Texas Chainsaw movies, like this one is like the one that doesn't necessarily feel like a Texas Chainsaw movie, but it has so many quirky, weird things going on that it's like it's hard not to have fun with it. I had never seen the unrated version before up until this morning when I had like taken the notes for it, and I'm glad that we're reviewing the unrated version, like the director's cut, because the director's cut is actually so much of a better movie. The theatrical version I've grown attached to, and I have a soft spot for over the years because it's the first one I saw, and it's just nostalgia factor. But now that I've seen this one, there's a lot of stuff that they just had no reason to remove in the first place. Like, it doesn't make it necessarily a more thought-provoking movie or any more poignant. Like, it's not a masterpiece of cinema, but it definitely like patches up a few things as far as like character stuff goes. Like, if the first version feels like there are holes in it, and it feels like there's a lot missing. And this one, there's still stuff missing, and it's still kind of confusing, and it's like very, very bonkers. It makes a lot more sense, especially in the first like 5 to 7 minutes, like in conversations happening in the car and stuff. There's little things, especially if you've seen the original version a few times, like I have. They say things that now make more sense. And in the first 5 minutes, like we'll get into it in the plot. Like there's things that happen that you're just like, oh, okay, like now
I feel like
it makes
they
sense.
took a lot of those serious conversations or those missing pieces away because it would make it a more serious movie. And like this being a more like, it was aimed more to like black comedy like type movie, like where I didn't get it as black comedy. You know that I never find these movies funny. I'm like, these movies are fucking great. Like, this is an original good horror movie that actually scares me.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, it feels more real. Like, it feels more like there is this family out there in the farmers, and I think that in this movie, was there that intro, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974?
I think all of them have that.
Did this one have it?
It did.
It did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I forgot that part.
It's the
like,
very,
the
very
beginning.
first thing that happens. Yeah.
Literally, it like went through me. Because I feel like after like watching this whole movie, it just separates itself from Texas Chainsaw.
They want to have that connective tissue, and they want to like remind you that it's part of the series. And it was supposed to be a remake.
Even with Leatherface, I'm like, this guy is like so out of story. Like, he just doesn't belong there at all. Like, he makes me laugh. He's great for comedy, but like in this version, I'm like, you don't belong there.
See,
like, I want to watch the Matthew McConaughey movie.
And that's part of my notes too, because there's parts of it where it's like there is so much more going on with the stuff going on with Renée Zellweger's character and with the Matthew McConaughey characters, like you're saying. It feels like that could be its complete own movie. And I kind of like it because it's weird and it's like fucking just outrageous. And then the stuff that's going on with the Barry character and the Heather character, Barry! Like, yeah, it's so funny.
Barry.
scary.
I remember watching this and like being like, it's so stupid. Even as like a 10-year-old, being like, this is really stupid.
Yeah.
But like having Ryan Coe come over and being like, you have to watch this because it was like
But
one of
I
the only
mean,
horror films I had access to.
After like
on
watching like
cable.
Return of the Living Dead and all those like zombie movies that are like comically like scary still, like because of the effects and all.
Yeah.
Like you kind of start like thinking like maybe this is horror. Like you don't see it as comedy, you just see it as scary. Like I would not want that to happen to me or my sisters, you know, whatever that.
Oh yeah, like the concept itself, like if you like get down to the core of it, it's
Yeah.
actually truly fucking horrifying. And it's funny because my sister Wendy, who you met recently when we went to Vegas, I talked a little bit about it in my last commentary on Witchboard too, but we went to Vegas recently and we met the rest of my family. And my sister Wendy had emailed me like this, basically a novel that I wrote. And there's a lot of stuff that it's not like even really similar to this, but it's like it vibes with stuff that kind of goes on in this movie. Like it's like wackadoodle as fuck. And it's like back when I was a kid, like this was stupid. But like now, like as like when I was in my 20s when I wrote this shit, it's like I thought it was scary in my 20s. So like somehow it connected, you know?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Clearly, we're talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4. So out of these movies, and not to stray too far away from this, do you remember any of them? And if so, which one do you like the most? And let's
Who
not.
are you talking about?
The Texas Chainsaw films, like the first, second, third, and this is the fourth and final one of this series. Then there's the remakes.
I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 3D. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
that's like
I mean,
favorite. No, that was like horrible. But
that's a direct sequel to the first film.
Yeah,
it's like the Halloween movies. They get
say,
so convoluted with the timelines.
Yeah, I would say part one to me, like
it's
sticks.
So good, right?
It sticks because of the way it's made. It's the film for me, like the way it actually looks like. How do you say that? Like lost footage.
It's like grainy.
Yeah. So the beginning intro, that voice of the narrator that's narrating the intro as it's going, you know, that whole when does it happen? 74?
It's 1973.
73. But the way it just like it's like you're so into it already. And even after growing up and watching, like we started watching, Agent Scully and
the X-Files.
The X-Files. And I told you, like, that show is scary. Like, it's really scary when you get into it because we want to watch the movie. So we're like, let's watch the show before we watch the movie.
I've never seen an episode in my life.
It's going to be a long ride.
Yeah.
I mean, things like that would scare me. Like you know, like, and it's relative to that. And, like, those shows, like, mystery, you know, like.
Science theater?
No. It wasn't like that. But
Outer
it was, like,
Limits.
Like that, the Outer Limits were scary as shit.
Never
and
saw
it all relates to this type of shit to me. And that's why this is like, I have a fear of the way the intro of these movies really like sticks.
And okay, fun fact about the intro to the first one. It's narrated by John Larroquette. I don't know who narrated for this. I'm going to check real quick because I want to know. The narrator of this one, they don't tell me. Papa, don't even start, bro. He just wants to be involved every single time we're doing this. He doesn't need much to do with me ever, unless we're podcasting. I'll find out who's narrating it at one point. I really like the first one as well. That's my favorite out of any of them, obviously. But I think that this one is just like far enough removed to where it's just, it's got such a watchability factor. I don't put on the first one to watch for fun by any means. I think it's like a grueling experience. By the time it's over, I'm like exhausted for the lead character. And I'm like kind of like bummed out and sad. Like there's like no real resolution. Like, yeah, maybe she lives. Like she kind of like drives off into the sunset. But like I don't feel like there's like a real resolution. You feel me? This one, like, it's just fun. Like I feel like at one point, I wrote this in my notes. I feel like at one point, the writer just gave up. I feel like the actors just kind of started making their own decisions. And the writer was like, wait, I didn't write that. And the actors were like, look, if you want us to stay, we're just going to start doing what we want. And you're going to let us.
Yeah.
And there are points where it works. And then there are points where it doesn't work. There are also instances where it's like, is this actually a Texas Chainsaw movie? Because Leatherface like drops in and then he's gone. He drops in and then he's gone. And then there are points where it's like a Vilmer movie. Like it's the Vilmer bad guy. And then
sorry,
no, that's fine. You scared the shit out of me.
You know.
And then it's time where it's the Vilmer show, and it's like him and his like crazy leg and his tow truck.
Yeah, and that's why I want to watch that movie.
I want to watch that movie too.
Yeah, and besides that, I feel like the Jessica Biel one That Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, the reboot.
2003. I like that one as well. Like I can watch that one before part 1 over and over again. Like I can put not over and over, but like I can watch that one more than part 1. Just like you say, part 1's special.
Yeah, I think part 1 is just like an absolute like I said, it's like completely fucking perfect. There's nothing wrong. Like anything that's wrong with it is like completely forgivable.
It's like that's the one you bring out
forgivable.
after Thanksgiving dinner is done, and you're like, oh, you guys want to see something?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we might as well just get into the people under the stairs because that's what's up.
What, you mean the people under the RV?
Oh, and there's an RV scene.
There is an RV scene. She's the queen. She saves everything.
What is her name? Mrs. Spottish?
Is that the name of the RV? No.
I think that's the name of the character.
Yeah, but the RV has a name because they're like, don't mess with, and the old guy's yelling the name of the RV.
Are you saying
like Millie or Mildred or something like that?
If it's Millie, I'll fucking die. All right, let's get into the people under the stairs.
The people under the stairs.
All right, Alex.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, here we go. The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Which one are we going to name this, actually? Is it going to be The Next Generation? Or...
that's a good question. The one that we took notes for is called Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What do you like?
That's the one that we watched. To be clear, we are reviewing the director's cut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's the Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So then, get the Next Generation out of here.
Yeah.
How would that even be a Next Generation?
This movie, this Blu-ray, has both versions. So you can watch whichever one you want. And they're generally the same movie. The one that we watched and the one that we are going to be discussing is the director's cut. That doesn't change who's in the film.
Okay, girl. Let's do the Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Got it.
Then. Okay, so the Return of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, later released as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, is a 1995 American black comedy slasher film. Of course, I don't find it that hilarious, but I kind of like it because I take it serious because I'm like, this could still happen to somebody. And it's very annoying to me in a good way. Like, I actually like this annoyance. I appreciate it. Anyways, the movie directed, written by, and produced by Kim Henkel and Robert Kuhn, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Kuhn. I had an Aunt Edna Kuhn.
Oh my gosh, she's so Kuhn.
She died.
Oh, well, okay. Now we have a long list of stars, some of them this being their first role, I believe. Renée Zellweger, Matthew McConaughey are big stars now. Robert Jacks, Tony Perensky, Joe Stevens, Lisa Meyer, I believe.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Tyler Cohn, John Harrison, and James Gale.
I think that for a long time, Renée Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey had refused to talk about this or acknowledge this.
I mean, why would you? It's
they were
perfect.
Like, deeply ashamed of this.
Honest to God, Matthew McConaughey's acting has never changed. It is exactly the same as it is today. He still does the exact same roles, same face. Like everything looks exactly the same.
Absolutely not wrong.
No, he never changed. It's the same reason why he kept getting hired.
And there's a point in the movie where he comes into the kitchen or the dining room.
Give
or whatever,
it to us.
And he says, "All right, all right, all right."
Hello.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, hello, like, you still do that. That's like what stuck to you. It's his gimmick. It's like, it's how he sells it.
Yeah.
So.
And since then, though, both he and Renée Zellweger have won Academy Awards. And there's a moment in the movie White Oleander where Renée Zellweger's character is showing her foster daughter a clip of an old movie that she was in. Her character is an actress, and she is showing her a clip from this.
No way.
Yeah, just to be clear. So I think that she was able at that point to like poke some fun at herself. But like you said, there are some good moments in the movie. Like she's not like terrible in it.
No,
like I don't think
not.
that any of them are like terribly bad. There are some that are better than others. I think that the one that plays Sean, I think the one that plays her boyfriend, I think he's pretty terrible.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
They showed up. I also believe, like, when I watch this movie, all I see is a young Jennifer Aniston and Renée Zellweger. Like, Renée Zellweger acts like Jennifer Aniston acts.
It's funny you say that because
always.
I think Tony Perensky looks exactly like Jennifer Aniston.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh, you're right.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
No,
I was
like you're right.
Yeah,
But-
they're like absolutely identical.
Yeah, there is a part where she's in there's like a pizza. It's like
Yeah.
a pizza drive-through. But then
Yeah.
when they show up, it's like hamburgers and something else on the menu. So I'm like, what kind of joint is
But
this?
she still ends up with a pizza.
It's one of those Bakersfield drive-through where they sell pasta and tacos.
I had so much to say about that scene. Like, I think I was a little stoned while I was watching it, and I just went on this big tirade on my keyboard, and I was
boy.
like, oh, this is such a commentary on society and how policemen don't care, or maybe this is about Texas and how Texas just don't care, or maybe it's both. We'll get to it.
There's no law in Texas.
Literally.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Okay, cinematography, which I kind of like in these movies, is a still shot the way they kind of did throughout this movie with just like the fog letting be the character in its own way, you know, and the lights of the car leaving the scene. It like plays the character as well. And Levi Isaacs.
Yes, and real quick before you go any further, there was an interview with him on this Blu-ray, and we watched it, and I thought that he had a lot of really fun things to say. Like, he said that a lot of the cast got poison ivy, except him.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he was
Yeah.
immune to it. And he had mentioned things like how the heat and the terrible humidity made all of the wardrobe on all of the actors like droop a little bit, which kind of added to the...
It's true. He
kookiness.
did say that. We did see that. But see, that's where I'm confused with budget at Zit, as it was holding at a 600,000 budget.
What do you mean? Oh,
for the movie.
It said 600,000 to $1 million
to make the movie, but this guy had said that there was not really like a big budget for the movie, and that the weather playing its role, like by, you know, adding the humidity to the clothes, which it wrinkled the clothes and made it look like more, you know, already used. The girl's hair was kind of out of whack because of the humidity as well. The fog rolling in because of everything, you know, the weather changing. Where did they spend the money on Matthew McConaughey? And
I mean, they probably had to spend a lot of money on the copyright, maybe on like the name of the film, like the title. I'm sure that cost a little bit of money. Yeah, paying the people, like paying the actors, and I'm sure they didn't make a lot of money, but paying them and paying the people involved. I mean, go ahead and say how much it made back.
185,898.
I mean, it made like nothing.
Yeah,
it made
this
nothing.
Ain't shit.
And
I mean, I'll take it, but this ain't shit.
I mean, they can't take it because they didn't even make like a quarter of their budget back. Which I don't care much about any of that stuff. Like, it just is about like what goes into it, you know. And like, they made a movie, and that's great. At this point, like, it's getting so much more recognition as like the years go by, and that's why we're covering it now. It's because it turns 30 this year. It turned 30 in March?
Yes, March 12th.
Oh, well, it premiered at South by Southwest on March 12th and then was released here in the United States on September 12th.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Music by Wayne Bell.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Edited by Sandra Adair, I believe.
Sandra Adair.
Adair.
I just want to point out, Sandra Adair was nominated for an Academy Award for the movie Boyhood, which was directed by Richard Linklater, and also did film editing for Dazed and Confused and other films like A Scanner Darkly. I think that's kind of cool.
Okay. That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I was just watching some stuff on Robert Jackson, how he was kind of like my favorite throughout the movie, but he was in his own movie anyways.
In the interview with Tyler Cohn, the guy who plays Barry, he was saying how, like Robert Jackson was like this big star and how everybody like really loved him and was excited to work with him. But when I was watching this morning, the credits, they have like the introducing Robert Jackson as Leatherface. So like it kind of seems like it was his first movie. And then when I was looking him up on IMDb, it didn't really seem like he had a lot of credits to his name, and he looks like that one guy who sings that tiptoe through the door.
Oh my gosh. Well, he was in Scary Movie.
He was in a movie called Scary Movie.
Okay, I was like, not Scary Movie. You know who I thought he was when I read Scary Movie is the guy that was like, that's not even Scary Movie. The guy that it puts the lotion on.
Oh,
yeah.
But
and that's Joe Dirt.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I met that guy.
What?
His name's Brian something. He was in Mortal Kombat 2 as well. He played Shere Khan or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
He was a speaker at a thespian conference when I was a sophomore in high school, or maybe a freshman in high school. And I got a picture with him and everything on like a little Kodak camera.
Oh,
and I was so pumped to meet him because he was in Mortal Kombat 2 and Joe Dirt. How funny.
That's hilarious.
I wanted to say something about Robert Jacks. He died right after this movie.
Yeah.
Like, not right after, like maybe like 6 years. Like, I'm like, the
right,
day after.
right after this movie. He only had energy for this.
I mean, he was a big guy.
Yeah.
Didn't we like hear that he was gay? Didn't the guy say that
he was gay, and this was like his big role as a cross-dressing Leatherface? Like, he lived for this. This is amazing. And then, like Stanley stated, he died right after.
Yeah, he died at the age of 41, and it was like an abdominal aneurysm. And look, out of all the Leatherfaces that we've had over the years, we've had Gunnar Hansen, who played Leatherface in the first and the second one, to R.A. Milhoff, I think his name was, who played it in the third one. To this, I kind of dig him. I love having a gay Leatherface, and this one's like
too.
so blatantly gay. And like, it's so over the top, and it's like if Mommy Dearest were to decide one day that she wanted to kill people and wear their skin.
Yeah, and why not?
And also if Roseanne wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I really think that Robert Jacks was channeling his inner Roseanne Barr and Joan Crawford whenever he put on one of these fucking masks.
That's hilarious.
And apparently one of the producers, what was her name? It was, what the hell was her name? Deborah Pastor. I think she was a producer. It was her face and her breast mold.
Oh, yes.
That was used as the breast mold and face for like the iconic.
Supposedly the woman that was meant to do that did not show up, so she had to step in, and they took a mold of her face and her breast, and that's what he's using throughout the movie.
And she was so bitter during that interview. She had so much to say, and she was so pumped up about particular things. Like at the dinner scene, the grandpa character is sitting in the original chair that the grandpa character is sitting in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and she was so happy that she scored that chair and nobody fucking cared.
She solely believes that she saved the franchise by what she like literally has created for this movie.
She like would not shut the fuck up about how like this was like her fucking saving grace.
Yeah.
Okay, Deborah Pastor, thanks.
Get it.
But now, after watching the unrated, I keep calling it the unrated cut, but it's like, it's the director's cut. It's the director's cut. After watching the director's cut, okay, fine. Well done. Like, I think she did okay.
Yeah.
I think she did okay.
She did save the franchise.
I do want to say that the special effects guy, or the head of the special effects team, J.W. Logan, he was 18 when he got hired, and he got paid $1,500 for the entire film, including that crazy animatronic leg that Matthew McConaughey has to wear the entire movie.
Matthew McConaughey was probably like my second favorite in this whole movie. But sorry, let me give you numbers before we start talking about
who was your first?
Leatherface, the guy that plays Leatherface.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, edit that.
No,
make it sound smart. Okay, no, so let me throw in some numbers, and then we'll get to moving, because I didn't give you those before we started chatting about something else. But what I have for Rotten Tomatoes is 16%.
16?
Yeah,
16%? Oh, give me a break.
IMDb gives it a 3 out of 4 out of 10.
Okay.
3.4, sorry, out of 10. And then Metacritic gives it a 50%.
You know what? Okay.
And maybe because the director's cut's being watched now, it'll probably get a little boost.
It's funny because last week when we watched the regular theatrical cut, my score was about a 2.4. Like after all the math was said and done. It has changed since then, now that we have done the director's cut. So we'll talk about it at the end when we score it up on our gory gaydar. Well, right on. I guess that we could talk a little bit about the background of the movie real quick. I mean, obviously, this is the fourth entry in the franchise. This movie was supposed to be a remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it had been circling for years. The last one that came out was in 1990, directed by Jeff Burr. And they cast Renée Zellweger. They cast Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey was supposed to be playing a motorcyclist at the end of the film that was supposed to save Renée Zellweger, but he ended up getting cast as Vilmer. He wanted to audition for that part.
Really?
The end. Yeah. So he was essentially going to be playing somebody else entirely that had no lines or anything. And then when he came back in, he had apparently grabbed like some tablespoon or something, and he pinned the casting director up against the wall and scared the fucking shit out of her. And that's what got him the part. He like made her cry.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
that sounds exactly like, now I'm placing this family is exactly like the family from The Bear when he went back home.
Oh my God, The Bear. What
That
a
episode, sorry.
triggering show, you guys. What a triggering show. Yeah, but Kim Hinkle had said that there was like a visceral sense of danger in the room. That was his exact quote during Matthew McConaughey's audition.
Wow.
So, and that's true. I mean, Matthew McConaughey is a really good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He's the same in everything that he does, but he's good at doing the same thing every single time.
So there was a lot going on when this movie released as well. Columbia Pictures picked it up for distribution in 1995 for a very small price under its original title, The Return of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with a very small release. Then it was shelved for 2 years so Jerry Maguire could be released and Renée Zellweger could become a star, and also Matthew McConaughey in A Time to Kill in 97. Columbia recut and released it under the new title of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, similarly a small release.
Yeah, and see, that's what happened. So they both got cast in much bigger projects with much bigger names attached because, I mean, Matthew McConaughey was with Sandra Bullock, and that's a John Grisham novel turned into a movie. And then you have Renée Zellweger with Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr., so they're in much bigger projects.
Make that money, honey.
Yeah, and then they're like, God, I hope this movie never gets released.
I mean, she never got paid for it, I'm sure.
Who?
Renée Zellweger.
I mean, I'm sure they got paid like a small fraction of some money.
$5,000.
Not even that.
Promised.
They probably got paid like $500 and they were sent on their fucking way. Yeah. It was, you know what? It was shot over a period of 6 weeks in the late summer of 1993.
Wow.
And it was on a budget of approximately $600,000.
That's crazy.
And so when we had said 600,000 to $1 million, so 1.3 in 2024. And it was under the working title, The Taxidermist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 4.
Whoa, okay. All these fucking skeletons coming out the closet.
Yeah, so the farmhouse was previously used in movies such as Red-Headed Stranger and Flesh and Bone. And the high school scenes in the film's opening and hospital interiors in its conclusion were filmed in Pflugerville High School.
Pflugerville. Oh, don't you know?
And according to Wikipedia, most of it was shot in chronological order.
That was a lot. Yeah.
I have been calling Deborah Pastor the producer, but she was actually one of the production designers. So I'm clearing that up right now. She acquired some of the set dressings, most of the set dressings for the home that they used by visiting local antique stores and taxidermy shops. And what else do we have here? I guess there was an interview in 2016 with Renée Zellweger saying it was very low budget, so they all shared a tiny Winnebago. Hey. That the producer of the film, it belonged to him. It was his personal camper. So, you know, makeup was in the front seats and there was a table in the middle for hair and there was a tiny little curtain by the bathroom. That was where you put your prom dress and your flower on. It was ridiculous how we pulled that off. I have no idea. I'm sure none of it was legal. Anything we did was a little bit dangerous, but what an experience. It was kamikaze filmmaking.
At its best.
So it sounds like by at least that point, by 2016, she had like nice things to say about it.
Yeah.
Or like at least fonder memories. I mean, it was her first movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or one of her first projects.
Well, see, that's what happened. That's why I think Columbia bought the movie, so that they wouldn't ruin her reputation right away by putting that movie out first with all of its worst parts. And that's why Columbia cut it down to release it at a better looking movie.
According to her filmography, her first movies were My Boyfriend's Back, Dazed and Confused, Reality Bites, Shake, Rattle, and Rock, 8 Seconds, Love in a 45, and then this.
Okay.
So this wasn't like...
Well, no, because by Jerry Maguire, we all knew who she was.
We did, but I knew who she was because of Empire Records.
Oh, yeah. But
like,
I mean, we
I
all knew
didn't
who she
know.
was, right?
I didn't know who. I had never seen any of these movies prior to these two movies, but I think that I got a kick of watching The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because of Empire Records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you think of Renée Zellweger just as an actress?
I love her. I've always loved Renee Zellweger's acting. She used to have that little cute thing, where she just like talks the same and like, but in Chicago, she just like totally fucking won me.
Oh, she blew me away in Chicago.
So Chicago was like her fucking turnaround for me. I was like, this bitch can act, sing, do it all. I like her. Triple threat. Bring it on, mama.
She is so good in Chicago. Yeah. I think she should have won an Oscar for Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But alas, she won an Oscar the following year for... Do you know what she won for?
Jerry Maguire?
No, she won... she won for Cold Mountain. And then she would win again for... Judy. Judy.
I said Judy, but you didn't give me an opportunity.
She would play Judy Garland. We should watch that. So fucking good. I could talk about Judy Garland all day. It was given a theatrical release. Apparently, it was a limited test market release. And then all the stuff that you had just said about Columbia acquiring the distribution rights. Mm-hmm. Oh, the revised version was ultimately released on August 29th, 1997, but only in 20 U.S. cities. It was a box office bomb, and that was where it grossed its $185,898, receiving very mixed reviews. That's when it went over to Columbia TriStar Home Video.
I mean,
and I got a DVD of it.
The only right thing they actually did was hiring Matthew McConaughey.
I am gonna piggyback off that and say he is not my favorite part of the movie. I think that
whoa.
The MVP of this film for me is gonna be Lisa Newmeyer, who plays Heather.
Heather is the friend?
Heather is the friend.
Stop hitting me.
Just don't call me dumb.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, she's cool and all, but
I'm actually obsessed with Heather. There should be justice for Heather. I want to see
Barry.
Ryan Cohen. I used to do that all the time when we were little. Barry, stop calling me dumb. He would just like burst out into fits of laughter, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like the funniest thing that I could possibly ever say to anybody. Was
the entire beginning of the movie,
that.
Like the entire intro of the movie is literally
Barry.
Yeah.
Barry.
It's an interesting introduction. We'll get into it.
As far as
I
favorite.
want to ask you, do you think that this feels anything like the original?
Not at all.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't at all. And I think that's kind of where it goes wrong. I think that the writer and director, Kim Hinkle, we should be clear that he was heavily involved with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, being that he wrote the original movie. I don't know if anybody is like very aware of that or not. Did you know that?
No, not at all.
He wrote the original movie. So with that being said, do you think that this movie should have been better, that they should have paid like a little bit more attention to detail in the horror department?
I feel like they would have ruined it if they would have been more serious about this movie, because I feel like because this movie is just as campy as you had mentioned and gross, and it has people that we know in it, it's kind of like it's growing its own audience just as it is. Like, this is the horror that we lack nowadays. Like, this is the original horror. This is this is like the real shit that used to like scare us as kids and like scare us. Like, this is deeper horror, deeper than like what they sell us as retail now, is like Halloween, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Growing up with those characters, like, that's a different type of monster. But this real life stuff right here that no longer exists, this campy feeling, because everything's done now in IMAX 3D and get the, you have to have a special TV to watch it better. That kind of takes away from everything. And like, this still feels like it's still part of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You still get all that creepy. The dinner table is always the creepiest in all of the movies in the franchise. No matter what, if they have that dinner table with the dead folks sitting in it, then it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But this movie's special. Like, it's so special. Like, if they would have done anything different, if they would have hired anybody else different, it probably would have been worse.
Mm.
Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like they released one on Netflix, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like this one's even better than that. Like, I can watch this more of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it's the crazy family, like that whole inbred shit that they have that they actually carry throughout the entire movie that gives you the creepy feeling that you want to keep watching. Like, what the fuck are they up to? You know, and these movies don't exist anymore. Like, they just don't make them like that. They can try, but they don't exist no more. So it's good just exactly how it is.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that more recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really wanted to like it. I wanted to like it so bad.
We always do.
Yeah, all right. Well, touche.
You know who did like it, though?
Who?
Carrie's mother.
Who's Carrie?
She loved it.
No.
Threw you off.
I was like, what are you talking about? I do want to talk about how gay I think this movie is, though. I think this is the gayest Texas Chainsaw Massacre that exists, and it might be up there with movies like A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, as far as like gay factors go. There's just a lot of gay stuff. I think.
I don't know. I didn't get that feeling in it.
I mean,
like,
I kind of feel like
we have a cross-dressing fucking Leatherface, but I
well,
how
and I
much
kind of
more
feel
do we
like
want?
that Jenny's a lesbian, and I kind of feel like they touch more on that in this director's cut. And I feel like she's dating Sean to keep him in his secret that he's in the closet, and I feel like they touch on that a little bit more in this version as well. So I feel like they're both gay. I don't know. I just feel like there's like a little bit of gay stuff going on.
I mean, your little Dar might be better than mine in this movie.
And yeah, and I feel like that it's just a little bit more deep rooted. And I don't feel like this is the kind of movie that deserves like a super deep analytical discussion. But I had read on Wikipedia as well, there's a quote calling him a tortured drag queen.
Oh, see, like, these would be the type of movies that you can play for, like, Pride Month, horror, you know, like, because Matthew McConaughey is such fucking, and I keep talking about that shit, but he's just, like, perfect to look at throughout the entire movie. He never undresses, does he? Not that I remember.
He opens his shirt.
He opens his shirt and slices himself up. But other than that, like, what's behind the clothing is always the mystery is what keeps it going. And, you know, like, it just, yeah, I don't know, I got lost in the whole Matthew McConaughey selling for Pride Month would be a good gay movie because
we were originally
going
to cover this on Pride Month, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So this is just late. Happy late Pride Month.
There you go.
Yay. The gay Texas Chainsaw.
I know.
I like it. I'm going to spoil it now for everybody. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, I guess we can just get on into it. What do you think?
How much more is there to talk?
Is it time to rev up our chainsaws? No, I mean, we could talk about more as we slosh up and bleed out this plot. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. This is like one of the most convoluted, weirdo plot descriptions that I've had to type out in a really long time. And granted, like, I haven't had to type out a plot description in over 6 months. Then the last one I typed out was Santa Isn't Real, which is also a batshit crazy ass plot description. But this one was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to talk about it. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, of course.
Are you ready to go
Let's do it.
Wear someone else's face?
I know, right? Let me go get my thigh highs and my black pinup girl wig.
Are we clear? All right, guys. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, I'm sorry. The return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre goes like this.
August 18th, 1973. Reports of a bizarre chainsaw-wielding family began to filter out of central Texas. Then silence. For 20 long years, nothing further was heard. 1995. Prom night isn't turning out the way you expected. You find yourself on the wrong road at the wrong time. About to come face to face with a living nightmare.
Welcome to my world.
The silence is over.
He's dead now.
Madness has returned. 4 stars, terrifying and brilliant. This is the best horror film of the 90s.
Family values have gone straight to hell.
Genuinely scary and sharply self-satirical, Leatherface has a lot in common with the gender-bending killer in The Silence of the Lambs.
I want these people to know the meaning of horror.
You want scared? Have a look behind you.
A long night, boys. I could use a little action.
The return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right. That's a hell of a trailer.
Still playing.
Huh?
It's still going.
What's still going?
The trailer.
No,
Oh, it's done.
it's over.
What are you staring? Oh,
We're recording.
oh, that's funny. I was like, what are you staring at the screen for then? What's going on?
Oh, no.
Are you timing something?
I just missed trailers that promised the scariest movie of 1995.
Oh,
And then we get Congo.
yeah, you're right.
We should watch
Amy.
Congo.
Pretty.
Pretty, ugly, ugly girl. So did we find out who does the intro to this movie?
The voice?
Yeah, because
intro?
I couldn't find it.
No.
That's so funny. So I don't think it was John Larroquette. Is it Larroquette or Larroquette?
I don't know.
Did you ever watch the show Night Court?
Yes.
That show used to scare me. I don't know why.
Night Court?
I think it was the tall, bald guy.
What is wrong with you? Yeah.
He used to freak me
The
out.
bailiff?
Yeah, he used to freak me the fuck out. But John Larroquette...
He was like the best part of the whole show.
he
He's like the
scared
sweetest
me.
guy.
He scared me.
Oh, but the way he stood there, like,
Yeah, exactly
meat
like
mug,
that.
yeah.
Exactly like that. John Larroquette was paid with a joint to do the intro for the original Texas Chainsaw. Did I tell you that already?
No, you didn't tell
Isn't
us
that fun? Okay, guys. So
it's fun.
this is how the return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre goes. We get the introduction that basically catches us up and tells us that the first 3 movies happened. Here we are. So now it's May 22nd, 1994. Okay, you got that?
I can't believe 94. Like, 94? Who did anything in 94? 94 is such a forgotten year.
Well, I was 8.
There you go. You didn't forget that.
Did you notice that the font of the credits, of the opening credits, looks like Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Why?
We're in a Jurassic Park binge.
Why was that?
I don't know.
It was
At least it
interesting.
didn't look like Star Wars.
I mean, it might as well have looked like Star Wars.
But yeah, you're right. It does. It's different from the others. I'm telling you, this doesn't belong.
What were you going to say about Jurassic Park?
That we're in this Jurassic Park binge because we just last seen the last movie that we saw in theaters was Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah.
What have we been doing? God damn.
I liked that movie.
I loved that movie.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
The beginning was like a little judgmental about the characters, and then I kind of like started falling in love. But you're right. You know what? It's satisfying that it was actually 2 split stories in one movie, and you can get to pay attention or give your attention to the one story that you're more focused on.
I mean, is that what a movie is? Just like a bunch of stories? Are we just high all the time? And we're finally
We
putting
just
it together.
Break that down right now.
We're like,
what the
this
fuck?
story doesn't belong here, but this story
But
does.
this story does, which is what we're talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because we're like completely 2 different movies. Some characters are in the movie, some characters are in a Leatherface cross-dressing movie.
Roseanne.
Throughout the whole movie.
The whole fucking movie. Oh, did you notice in the intro as well? Did you notice in the new Gory Gay intro, the PB Herman scream?
Yes. Of course, didn't we have that the last intro?
I don't know if you pay
We
attention
did have it the
anymore.
last intro. The last time that I did, the last spot that I did.
Did we?
Yeah, we had already added that. This new version is, I don't know what, you added Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the one that I did the week that I did, it would only end with the scream that.
Everyone's like,
the
did
pe-
I just rewind to the beginning of the episode?
Yes,
what the
you
fuck is
did.
happening
What
right
is
now?
happening?
Okay, guys, back to the plot.
Jurassic Park. Oh.
So we begin with Jenny, played by Renée Zellweger, getting ready for the prom. And then she is assaulted by her stepfather while her mother knows of nothing downstairs. And I had to be reminded just 45 seconds in that this was the director's cut, because this does not happen in the theatrical cut.
Well, we've already have enough movies where the sister has a brother and she's going to go find her brother because he's missing. And, you know, her getting assaulted by her dad in the beginning of the movie, it kind of already feels like, damn, this girl already goes through enough shit. Like, what can possibly go worse for her?
Wait, what were you talking about? The sister who lost her brother? And
you know, like, there's always movies like Jenny is different because, that's her name, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Jenny's different because she, in the beginning, in the director's cut, they show us what she's going through at home.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah.
And normally when other movies start, it's not a girl that's going through shit already. Like, she has everything. Her parents are gone on vacation, and apparently her brother, you know, like, goes out for the night but never comes home, and now this got it all girl has to go out and look for him, and then she becomes the final girl.
Oh, okay.
But with Jenny, is like, her being assaulted in the beginning of the movie shows like, damn, this is like, this poor girl, what else can she go through? And then it's the beginning of the movie.
Okay. So this is
you are high.
Sorry, it took me a second. No, well, sure. I like your descriptions.
I know. My defense is like, you are high, and like, I honestly didn't make no damn sense right now.
No, you did. I just I needed a little bit more clarification because I thought that you were watching a different movie for a second, and I was like,
you know, see, final girls are always somebody that has it. Yeah.
Were you watching? but you were comparing and contrasting. I see. No, you're right though. And this is what's so funny is that a lot of I had to stop doing this throughout my note taking because I had to remember that I was watching a different version of the movie. And while there's only maybe a total of 4 or 5 minutes that are added or that were restored in this version, it kind of makes for a whole different movie. And I know that I already said that, but having just watched the theatrical cut not too long ago, it was fresh enough in my mind to where I was like, holy shit, like, this is definitely new. So having the stepfather stuff be very new to me was interesting. And
like,
it
these gaps are filled and things make sense now. Like, the movie's a little more serious to you than
it added more layers, and it added more. I was a little bit more sensitive to Jenny's character, and like, she's still stupid and she still makes some dumb decisions, but there's some stuff that was not left up to my imagination like the theatrical version had done to me previously.
Directors.
Well, yeah, like now because of the director's cut. Yeah. So I liked that. What did you think of that?
Well, I'm not too familiar with this movie. So watching the director's cut to me was like watching the only, you know, version of this movie. So watching the extended version of that, and I did watch both of the versions, and there's like little spots where you're just like, oh, that was kind of useless, and like, I get it. But then it kind of like does fill in all the blanks. So it made for a much more knowledgeable movie, not just like what you've watched as theatrical version, because this one put the pieces together and it filled in, you know, like what we needed to make it a complete movie and actually pay attention and watch it as a movie. Like, Jenny's going through shit, like I had already explained earlier, like she's going through shit at home and now she's going to face this whole night, you know, after prom. Taking the back roads, kids, why don't you just damn take real roads?
They never take the real roads.
That's me hitting the mic again.
And it's so funny, I know, because they even mention it in this movie. They say, oh, there's never anywhere to turn around. There's never anywhere to turn around. And it's like, you could just turn around.
Yeah, you can just like bust a bitch. There's nobody watching.
You could actually just turn around. Okay, so Jenny is picked up by her boyfriend, Sean, who is played by John Harrison. And they go to the prom where Heather, who is played by Lisa Newmeyer, is looking for her boyfriend, Barry. And I love this interaction between Heather and the girl who's like all like added out. She's all like cracked out and she's like, come over here. And she wants to talk about the Mrs. Abbott character. And she's like, she's always trying to stir shit up.
Yeah.
all that. And she's like all jittery and like just wants to call the teacher lady a bitch. And like, I don't know why it's here and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nothing makes sense in this movie.
It doesn't, but it's like very out of place and useless. And it's in both versions, but I've always been fascinated with this girl.
Like, who is she? I want her
and
story.
I don't care. Like, I'm not going to look up who she is or anything about that, but I just always have been like, why is she here?
Yeah.
She's literally like, come here. Like, she's doing this on purpose.
Yeah. It's just a segue so that we can get her to see Barry.
Yeah, that's true. Which is what happens. She finds Barry, played by Tyler Cohn, making out with some random girl, and she, of course, flips shit. And I love in this part how Barry can't hear her, like screaming his name, even though he's right there making out with her, making out with this other girl. And they're literally just inches away from each other. And she's like, Barry, Barry.
Yeah.
And he doesn't stop kissing the girl anyway. Like, it's just such bad.
He doesn't want to.
But it's just such bad filming.
But also, he's a dog, and he admits it.
He does. You're right.
I said dog.
Yeah. No, you're right, though. And the way that fucking girl, the slutty girl he's making out with, is like, she'll be back if that's what she really wants. No, if that's what you really want. So
and
gross.
then he chases her out, of course, and starts explaining that he'll...
Oh, this is after Heather takes his car, takes it for a joyride in the parking lot, and then he gets in the car with her. And then he gaslights her and calls her frigid and says that he'll get prostate cancer if he doesn't get any sex, which is why he's constantly cheating on her.
And that's his reasoning.
Yeah, and I guess this is something he does. He tells girls his dad's a doctor. Yeah, or that his dad was in the war or something. Wait, what?
No, I'm going to war.
Oh, yeah, I see.
We need to have sex.
I just agreed with you.
I know, or his dad's going to war.
I was like, wait, what? So Jenny and Sean pop up in the backseat, where I always thought that they were hooking up, but apparently they were getting high. They're just like sunk down in the back seat smoking weed. We get a little bit more here in the director's cut, though, which I was talking about. And it's so choppy in the regular version, and I don't understand why. I really don't understand why they took any of this out, because the stuff that they've cut out is the exposition on Sean and Jenny and their relationship. What's his fucking name? Barry says, oh, Sean has never had a hard-on in his life. And this is where I think they're kind of implicating the cover-up of their relationship, of Jenny and Sean's relationship, saying that they just hang out and smoke pot together because Jenny's a virgin and Sean is basically gay.
Yeah, basically they've never had sex, not one of them.
Yeah, so like he's deflecting, saying since he's not getting any sex from his girlfriend, he's like ragging on them for both of them being gay and stoners.
But I mean, you're listening to who?
I mean... this is just what I'm getting out of it. And I'm going to go on record and just say how much I love Heather.
I know.
I feel like we have a lot in common. Like the stuff that she says, just like, what if we get in a car crash and die?
She's so stupid, huh? Like that's the stupidest thing. And he's like, shut up.
But like, notice how they do end up getting into a car accident. Yeah. And they almost die. And then the part where she's like, oh, they could write a song about it. But this is another theory that I had earlier while I was watching this. What if they do die? What if they died in that car accident? And this is the afterlife. And it's just them running around in the afterlife.
Yeah.
The Texas Chainsaw afterlife.
There's like a line you cross. And like once you cross it, like you're in the massacre area, like zone.
This movie is not that deep, but like if you wanted to like A24 that shit, like you could really go down a weird dark rabbit hole of like you're in Texas, you cross that line and you're in like the loop.
You're in his world.
So anyways, they take a wrong turn down a smoky street and they can't find any place to turn around. And did you hear the iconic noise?
No, I didn't. They actually play it.
They do it a few times, and they do it right here, and they do it a couple times later. That's it, yeah. But they have never revealed what that noise actually is. Tobe Hooper has never said what it actually is. It sounds to me like some sort of camera.
No, to me it sounds like when you're like cutting ham at a like a deli, and they pass it through that like the saw.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a deli, like, or a meat market. Like,
I mean,
of course you've been, like at a supermarket.
Yeah.
But when you actually stand in line and you wait for your number and you ask the meat man, the butcher, can I get 2 pounds of so-and-so? And then he goes and grabs the big log and then he passes it through the fucking saw and it sounds just like it, like,
oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's exactly what it always reminded me of that. So I'm like, well, they're slicing up body parts. And of course, well, that's what it sounds like.
Huh.
That's my theory. I always thought that they just had a saw machine.
That makes more sense because of the film.
Yeah.
Like the film being the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I should also say that Alex is sitting in front of a poster of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who will survive and what will be left of them?
You know why they say that, right? Because he peels off all the skin. And he slices it thin like those fucking ham deli slices. That's why they have that saw machine.
I love it.
I mean, that's my theory.
No, I love it. So the kid that they've crashed into is injured. Did I say that they've crashed into another car? Okay,
You
so
said they crashed, but didn't mention injured or anything.
okay, yeah. So they crash into another car that comes out of nowhere. And in my notes, I wrote Heather is a psychic because she just predicted that
They were going
to crash into a car. It's funny because in this version, Heather says a lot of off the wall stuff like, oh my God, we're going to die. Oh my God, there's people following us. Oh my God, oh my God. And that doesn't happen in the original version from what I remember. And I'm so glad that this happens here because it just makes me like her more.
Yeah.
Sean decides to stay back with the injured boy, and the other characters decide to leave to go look for help. I love when a character, specifically a girl who is wearing heels, is smart enough to take the heels off to walk faster and be good to her feet.
Yeah. It's true. Ladies, be good to your feet.
And
Also, like, yeah, that's an escape plan. Like, or she's also tired because it's after prom, but I mean, that's an escape plan. You need to run. You need to walk.
Did she even go to prom? She was in the backseat of that car getting high.
It's true.
While the other ones were boinking. Oh, well, I guess it wasn't Heather boinking.
They were all
it was
mad at each other anyways. Why go to prom?
Barry boinking the other girl.
Boinking Barry.
I love Heather's line. We need to stay here and start a fire.
She's fucking crazy. But also like she's the one.
So in the Texas Chainsaw films, there's like a running theme of like dead animals being found in the road. Like in the first one, there's an armadillo.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other ones. I think in the third one, there's another armadillo. But in this one, they come across a dead animal that they also removed from the theatrical version. I don't know, but it's here and I love it. Like I gasped when I saw it and I was like, why was this never in the theatrical version? It's so perfect. It's very Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that's the vibe that you get from there because it's like you come to Texas to die. Like you're going to die in Texas and nobody's going to do nothing about it. You're basically roadkill once you cross that line.
Yeah.
Like,
did you get any sweaty Bakersfield vibes?
Of course.
I got a lot of them while I was watching this.
Yeah, like all of it. It's like, ew, yes. Like
it's we don't live in like a backwoodsy, like gross area, but like it's so dry.
There's enough
like,
for the imagination.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so our trio, they come across the office of a woman named Darla, played by Toni Perinsky, aka Jennifer Aniston's identical fucking twin, and she ends up calling someone named Vilmer to go tow their car. She tells a blonde joke.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the blonde joke?
No, I don't.
She says, what happens when a blonde... Oh, wait, no. Why does the blonde put her head out of the window? To get a refill.
Why? What?
To get a refill. Because she's an airhead.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And like nobody gets it.
I didn't even get it, but that's so funny.
And then she flashes her tits at the car that honks and breaks her window.
Yeah.
And it's not her tits. You could totally tell it's not her tits.
Brilliant.
It's such a weird scene. Like, anyway, the introduction is so interesting and weird, and you don't know what this character is doing here. You know automatically that she's probably part of whatever is happening.
Yeah.
And apparently this actress was either an acting teacher or she went to acting classes in or around the area. And Tyler Cohn, who played Barry, went with her and learned some techniques along the way while they were shooting and had like a lot of really good things to say about her.
So you can see in several scenes where he's bad, and then after her training classes, he gets a little better throughout the movie.
Something of the sort. That's what I took out of that interview with him.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too, because I remember when I was younger, like I couldn't stand her performance in this movie. And now watching it, I'm like, okay.
I think I'm there.
I dig it.
I'm at the point where I can't stand her. Like, she's the most annoying in the whole movie.
I love her.
Honestly, like, I'm like, get her out of here, like, please.
Out of all the characters, I think that it's between her and Heather. Like, I think that those two are my MVPs.
But she makes it the most campy. Like, there's something about her where she's not well, like, you know, like, but the way she dresses, kind of like, how does she have the head for that? You know, like there's like a smart something about this woman, and that's what's scary about
like,
her.
how are you like daylighting as a real estate agent or whatever, and then moonlighting as like the girlfriend of a psychopath?
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very
and
fucking
like,
weird.
Right away, she sounds like a setup. Like, she just sounds like the person that you don't want to approach. You know, like, she just sounds like automatically she's going to call somebody to come kill you.
And that's exactly what she does. So back at the scene, Sean is met by Vilmer, played by none other than Matthew McConaughey, and he literally looks like a tweaker who just left a bathhouse. What did you say? You said something about his dick.
What did I say?
You were like, his dick smells like cheese.
No, did I?
You said like it looks like his dickhead smells like cheese.
I said, well, he looks very clean, but you know his dickhead stinks. Like,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, he looks like very clean. Like, he looks good. You know, like, he looks very good.
The original title of this movie was called Head Cheese.
Oh my gosh,
I think that's maybe why I got the two confused. But no, he's a crazy tow truck driver here, and he has an animatronic leg. Is that the right word? Animatronic?
I would say robotic.
Robotic. Yeah. That's a better word. This leg is nuts. It's its own character.
Honestly, it's confusing.
I don't get it.
What time are we in?
It has like 14 remote controllers that like are used for televisions
like
or VCRs. Yeah.
Like Doctor Who, where's the doctor? Where's the inventor?
And any given controller will work this thing.
Why are we killing people? You can invent shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But there's a point where this movie goes in such a different direction, and I think that like this robotic leg is the least of our concerns. But yeah, so Vilmer says that the boy is dead, the injured boy that Sean was staying with. And when Sean is like, no, he's not, Vilmer snaps his neck and is like, yeah, he is. And then sends Sean running on his way and gets in his truck and chases him down and kills him and runs his body over and over again. Did you notice that it says Illuminati on the side of his truck?
No. Really?
So that goes hand in hand, I think. And I never noticed this until this viewing. But that goes hand in hand with all the weird shit that comes later, with all the fucked up government shit that they all start spewing about later on down the line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sean is the worst actor in this movie. I think we already said that. But
even with his little course that he took, is like, you're just the worst.
That one was Barry.
Oh, wait, sorry, that's Barry. Yeah.
And Barry's miles better than Sean, and he's still a bad actor. But with Sean being like, please, mister, you're scaring me.
But I mean, is that the way he was meant to act, though? Like,
oh, don't Elizabeth Berkley me,
to
girl.
Keep it campy.
Don't you Elizabeth Berkley me.
I don't know. Like, yeah, there's some certain characters, and that's why they're hired.
I don't care what a director tells me. If a director is like, act badly, I will literally stand my ground and be like, you are not going to tell me that I like.
You don't think during his audition they were like, let me see torture? Or let me see, you know.
That was torture. Please, mister.
You know, like, yeah.
Oh,
so
babe.
Because he did it the worst.
I don't know.
Got it.
Bless your heart.
He was hired for the part.
Well, he did get hired.
Yeah.
He was the one that never got the paycheck. He's still waiting.
After eating that cheese dick.
That dick cheese. Okay. I did like how the death scene here is not super graphic. Like, you get the idea with the sound editing, and you see the truck running him over. It's from a distance, and the lighting. It's all about the lighting, and the sound. You don't see it up close, and I like that. You get a couple scenes in this movie where it's all about the sound design, and I really like that. That kind of takes you back to the original.
Mm-hmm.
So the three quote unquote teens are promised a lift from Darla. We get some little quips from Barry and Heather. Barry is saying stuff to Heather like, if you lose 20 pounds, I'll give you a piggyback ride. It's just fucked up. And then this is the most bizarre part of the movie. A car passes them, and Heather and Barry run after it, leaving Jenny by herself. And then, did you notice this? Jenny stares off into the side of the forest with her flashlight for maybe 15 seconds as the other two disappear off into the darkness. I don't know why the fuck
they would chase a car, first of all, like that zooms right by them, almost about to drive them down the road. Like,
but they completely forget about Jenny, and Jenny doesn't even care that they're gone. Like, she's just staring off into the nothingness, like with her fucking breaking like her flashlight's dying.
Well, honestly, Heather ran after Barry. Barry just bailed.
Well, Barry doesn't care about it.
No, Barry just fucking bailed, and Heather being Heather. She just ran after him.
And you would think that when you realize that you have been stranded and you're barefoot and you're afraid, like that you would like at least be like, guys, but she just continues to stand there
and flashing her light like literally towards the
It literally takes her like 20 seconds to pick up the pace. I was cackling. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? And then she's like banging on the flashlight and she's calling for her friends like when they've been gone for 3 fucking minutes. I was like,
missed that train. Like,
girl,
it's gone.
I was literally fucking dying. And then she goes, if you guys can hear me, I'm going to go back and find Sean. It's like, if they can hear you, like in your weird little...
She won't even know how to get back to Sean.
Oh, God. Okay, so she says she's going to go back and look for Sean and make sure that he's okay. And then she hears a car in the distance, and it's a motorcycle. It passes her up, and she's once again left on the side of the road. And it's a perfect opportunity for her to go back and catch up with her friends and or go look for Sean. But instead, she is accosted by a plastic bag floating in the wind. Like, this is stuff they could have taken out.
Yeah.
That's stuff that could have been removed. Is it wild that Barry and Heather haven't even stopped to see where Ginny is? Like, they're still just moseying along up the street, and they're just having their own conversation.
And was she the one with the flashlight?
They have their own flashlight, yeah. And then this is the best part. We get the conversation where he calls her dumb, and then, or he goes, stupid bitch. And then she goes, Barry, don't call me dumb.
And yeah, he didn't even mention dumb.
Yeah. And then she finally owns up to the dumb card. She's like, it's either that or, what is it? She says, it's either that or I have to act like a bitch, and my mother's a bitch. Whatever. It's
you
stupid.
can't be fat and pretty or fat and, what is it?
Oh, were you about to Laura Linney me?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
guys.
You can't be fat and a bitch.
You can't be fat and mean.
Oh, yeah. I'm like a bitch.
You have to be jolly and fat. Like, I don't know. YouTube the scene from the Big C with Laura Linney.
You can't
and,
be a skinny bitch, or if you're either a fat jolly bitch or a skinny bitch.
You got Gabby Sidibe. That's who it is.
Yeah.
We've been watching a lot of Ozark, like speeding through Ozark, and like every episode we are just fucking slayed by Laura Linney, you guys. Which takes us back to Congo. Is that like our sign? We just need to fit Congo into our viewing. Okay, fine. We're going to cover Congo. It's been sold. Speaking of stupid movies, Congo is pretty stupid.
I have to actually watch it. Like, I'm not sure. Like,
I'm thinking about it now, and all I could think of, stop eating my sesame cake.
It's okay. Like, we can watch the movie.
We're going to watch it. Where were we? So speaking of Ginny, she is still wandering aimlessly looking for Sean. And the struggle with this flashlight is real, dude. Like, she is still banging on it. Oh, I forgot. The exposition on Ginny makes more sense in this cut now because we have the opening that we do. And then we get some more stuff with Heather and Barry where Heather tells Barry, like, oh, like her mother's getting remarried every 15 minutes and her new boyfriends are always hitting on her. And it's super weird, which is why Ginny is the way she is. I really like that. So finally, Heather and Barry come across an all too familiar looking house. And I say that because I feel like the production design did not do a terrible job here.
No, they didn't.
I feel like it looks pretty similar, at least from the outside, to the original Sawyer house.
And I think it's a real house, right?
I don't know.
Is this a real house?
I don't think so, because the original house ended up becoming a restaurant.
But I mean, like a real house in general.
Oh, it's a real home.
Set.
It's a real home, and then they built like a faulty exterior rooftop, so Renée Zellweger and her stunt double could like film on top of it without falling off and hurting themselves. Heather bangs on the door and sends Barry around back to look for help, and she waits on the porch swing. I really like this whole section, like no matter how poorly the characters are written, or no matter how poorly this is like written in comparison to the original. I think that Heather kicking the door is really good. Like when she kicks the door and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I really like that. And it's all just very reminiscent of the first movie, except it's set at night and Heather is wearing a prom dress. And I like it when Leatherface sneaks up behind Heather and he's like playing with her hair. I think that stuff is creepy and funny.
Yeah, that's the stuff that sticks.
Yeah, I think so too. Out back, Barry is confronted by W.E., And this is a character played by Joe Stevens. And I didn't know until just now that W.E. stood for Walter Edward.
His father's name,
Sure.
right?
He's a gun-toting, old-time author-quoting fella who's wearing a flannel. Who, this is the one I originally thought you said looks like his dick smells.
Oh, yeah. His dick smells too. Oh, sorry.
Are you okay? God. And this is when we learn that Leatherface is a screamer. And once you start, it just does not stop. Like, this motherfucker just starts screaming and never stops screaming. It's wild.
It doesn't stop.
My goodness, he picks up Heather and drags her into the house, and he's like chasing her into rooms and thrashing her around, and it's not choreographed, and you can kind of tell that it's like just them thrashing about. He finally puts her in a freezer and locks it shut with, I don't know, it's a fucking air conditioner or a
Throw
fan.
something on top of it, but honestly, this is probably my favorite scene in the whole entire movie.
It's a really good scene.
Like that scream that she's just wailing out, like the entire thing is just so haunting, and it's just like something's gonna happen to this girl, and then she gets locked in a fucking freezer is like the worst thing that can happen. It's like being buried alive.
Yeah, I think that she has a really good scream, and if anybody has anything to say about her acting, I think that she makes up for it with the terror stuff.
Yeah.
I think everything that she's put through kind of makes up for
it's a lengthy little scene, and I like it. Like everything is so good about it. Like the coloring, the house, like the hallways that they go through, the basement that he gets to, or the kitchen. I don't know where he even goes through, but
they go through the whole house, I feel.
Yeah. And like it just feels so good, and I love the screaming, and it's so haunting to me.
Barry ends up in the house, and he locks W.E. out. And what does he say? He's like, "You're as dull as dishwater."
Yeah. I love that line, dude.
And it's because he says, "Where's your phone? I'm calling the cops."
You're as dull as dishwater.
You're as dull as dishwater, boy. Speaking of what you just said, I love this part where he's walking down the hallway and like the lighting and the way he's like looking up the staircase. And I really like every time they show that staircase, because the staircase in every one of these movies somehow is very prominent, and the way it's featured is very prominent. And I think that this is probably Tyler Cohn's best acting, and I think it's because he's not talking.
Oh my.
I'm dead serious.
Well, you're acting.
Yeah. He finally finds a bathroom, and God bless this Blu-ray transfer, because for once you can finally see what is going on in the bathroom. You can finally see what's like decorating the walls, and it's like all like these fleshy skin palettes, and like you can see nipples, and you can see like breasts. And in the bathtub is what?
A body, like a decomposed body, which I think is what he's wearing. Is the woman that he's wearing now, right? Leatherface.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's like I think it's her complete torso and face, because the body is skinless.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
But also, as he's walking out, there's an entire bodysuit hanging in the door. So
I did see
possibly he changed his suits.
And in the movie, not the movie, in the real life story of Ed Gein, that's what they found. They found like stuff like that in his house, like rooms full of like skins, like people's skins. It's really gruesome shit. So that is why scenes like this are really impactful, because it's stuff like that actually happened.
Yeah.
And no matter how weird and like silly it might seem, because it's over the top and it's got like a high level of camp to it, it's still pretty effective.
And it happened to Barry, so it's like Barry being the asshole that he is, you know, like this happened to him, like the most scariest moment.
And when he tries to escape, he is the one that gets the sledgehammer to the face.
Yeah.
And then you see him writhing around on the ground, and it's pretty gross. Leatherface then removes Heather from the freezer and hangs her on the meat hook. And this part, to me, doesn't have quite the impact that the original does. The original, it's like the fucking grossest, nastiest thing. It lingers way too long. And there's virtually no blood in that, but it's still really, really powerful. This one, it's just gruesome, and it's good. It's just fine. I think that Leatherface screaming in the background kind of takes you out of it, and it's a little annoying, but it still gets the point across. But it's just kind of frantic. It's a little much. Out on the road, Vilmer ends up finding Jenny on the road. And from this point forward, I think this is where Jenny makes dumb decision after dumb decision. But I guess we need a movie. We do. And we still have so long left, weirdly enough. Like, it feels like so much has happened, but so much more still has to happen.
But it's quick. Like, it goes by quick.
It does.
I can't believe that it was like the length of this movie was like, what?
Oh, I don't even think we talked about the length of the movie. I think the director's cut is like 95 minutes. And I think the original cut or the theatrical version is like 89 or something. It's pretty quick. It goes pretty quick. So Ginny gets into the car, even though Vilmer is insane from the get-go. Like, for one, he's drinking. Like, he has a beer. Like, you would not get into a car with an individual drinking, but it is Texas.
I mean, how long have you known this individual?
I mean...
Why are we judging?
But he's also talking about shooting little girls' arms off and how he knows where Sean is, but he's not going to tell her. I will say that Matthew McConaughey is so unhinged. Every time he's on screen... He seems really unpredictable.
Oh, he's ferocious. He's so good. Like, he's just fucking great in it.
His eyes, like, do this weird, like, darting thing from side to side. And, like, he does... There's a part later on, and I don't know if I'll mention it when it happens, but, like, he does this thing where he's chewing food and he's spitting it on her. Yeah. I don't know if I would have wanted to even be around him.
Everything he does, and he seems like a method actor during that time, because he looked like he stank.
He looks like he didn't shower.
Like, he didn't shower, but he looks greasy and polished up as well, so it's confusing. Here we go, talking again about Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
But no, honest to God, like, he did a really, really good job at being gross.
Yeah, he looks like he's really committed. And it also, in result, looks like he's actually hurting her and scaring her in some of these scenes. And there's a lot of scenes where he's, like, grabbing these women by the hair and throwing them down on the floor.
Well, he just snaps. Like, he's really snappy, and he snaps on his own kind, and that's what's freaky.
Yeah.
Like, he gets mad at his own people, so what will you do to me?
Yeah, it's a really unhinged performance. I think that's the best word for it. He proves that he's killed Sean, who is hanging in the back of the truck with the other guy that they crashed into. And this part's wild. She notices that the door is not completely closed, so she rolls herself out of it. I just think that part is so fucking nuts.
She jumps out.
Jumps on out. And then we get a chase scene in the woods. And this is where I realized that Leatherface had replaced Vilmer. Like, instead of a chainsaw, we have a rock soundtrack and a truck and his crazy remote-controlled leg. Like, fine. Okay.
It's just the entire property now belongs to anybody. Whoever catches it first.
Yeah. Like, it's a different wacky direction. And it doesn't make, like, a lick of fucking sense, but it's fine.
It's kind of like watching a yard of cats and they catch one mouse and they each have one turn with a mouse.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's kind of like what these movies end up doing eventually. Yeah. Like, whoever, like you said, whoever gets a hold of it, kind of like have a go. Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah, torture her as much as you can and pass it on.
But it sort of feels like this stuff should be on its own somewhere else, and the prom stuff should be on its own somewhere else, I think. I do think that Renée Zellweger is really pretty here, though.
She looks exactly the same. Like, she looks exactly the same. There's no change about her, and she's so sweet. Like, her voice is so cute and so young. Yeah.
God, she was young, huh?
Yeah. I meant immature.
Immature voice. So he chases her through a swampy river so she can be wet. Like, because why not make her wet? And then she's being chased through the woods, and now she's at the house, and she is a really good screamer.
Yeah.
Really good screamer. I love this stuff. She goes up the flight of stairs at the house, and she finds the mummified policeman, which I thought is kind of cool. And then she gets his gun, and she thinks she has hope. And this is an iconic image of her on the staircase holding the gun. I think it was used on the back of the VHS case and also on the back of all the DVDs promoting the movie. She throws herself out of the top story window, and there's a wonderful rooftop sequence with her dangling on antennas and cables and stuff. And Leatherface is just going right on in after her with the chainsaw, and it's really intense. And then somehow she ends up on like a clothesline, or maybe it's a cable.
Yeah, it's like a cable of some sort.
And then she falls through a garden trellis. And finally, for a moment, there's a whole like 15 seconds of quiet. Because let me tell you, for the last like 7 minutes, it's like nothing but loud.
That's what's good about this movie, that it has constant screaming And it's like good screams. It's like those movies that you could just play in the background during Halloween time and just turn on all your little orange lights. And just be like cozied up and
I
just
think
watch these screaming movies.
This would be a good Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the moment though where she stands up and gathers herself. It's a really good shot. Like it takes its time and it's like a good quiet moment for her. I think a pumpkin would look really good over there on the left of the screen, you know? This is where Leatherface This is where Leatherface bursts through the greenhouse and is right on her trail. It's a really good moment to not be wearing those heels, huh?
Yeah, you better run, girl.
Get on it. So if this movie does anything right, I think it is the chase scenes.
It has its good moments. I think some of the chase scenes, because of the property doing its work, you know, like the scenery in the background, it kind of plays a part. So it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know that, I think the first movie is obviously untouchable. The second one does a few things right as far as the chase stuff goes. The third one, not so much. This one, I think, is like spot on. I would even go as far as saying it's suspenseful. It's a lot of fun.
Well, this one out of all of them, it just kind of like, it veers off from them to me in my own head, because I feel like this one took a lot of place like at nighttime. Like a lot of things happen at night. And the other movies, it usually happens during the daytime. Yeah.
I think a lot of them do take place during the day.
I mean, they all have to survive a night.
Yeah,
know?
It's like who survives the night and what's left of them.
It's funny. It's like the daylight is what cleanses everything, and like you're set to go and you're free. You made it your final girl.
Oh my God, that's what makes you a final girl.
That's what the sunrise.
That's what makes you a final girl, dude. Yeah. Damn. And Jenny is a final girl.
Jenny is a final girl.
Spoiler, baby.
We're getting there.
So Jenny ends up back at the house of Darla, whom, if you did not know by now, is definitely in on this. She calls the boys to come over and retrieve Jenny. And that's when W.E. arrives with a cattle prod, and he uses that cattle prod to shock Jenny and beat the shit out of her.
Oh my gosh.
He then ties her up and wraps her face with a garbage bag and puts her in the trunk of the car. And then Darla goes for pizza. The drive-through scene is hilarious, and we'll talk about that in a second. I just had a thought. So he wraps her face with a garbage bag. Do you think earlier when she's alone in the road and she sees that plastic garbage bag floating in the wind, that was a garbage bag that was used for somebody else? Or is that reaching?
No, it could be. I mean, that's probably why she owns a car, just to put people in the trunk. You know, so she probably goes through a lot of bags. This Darla.
Yeah.
Darla insurance agent girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like, she has a thing going on. So when she goes grocery shopping, she likes to save her bags because she has specific use for them.
Okay, let's talk about the drive-through scene.
I can't.
The fact that she offers for the kid to come look inside the trunk, because he's like, what's inside your trunk? I can hear something. She's like, it's a body. It's tied up.
You don't want to know, or you don't want to see, or you want to know, or something.
She teases him, yeah. And then the fact that he's like, okay, I'll come look. But then he's like, no, wait, I better not.
Yeah, I might get in trouble or some shit, right?
Yeah. And then the fact that the cops show up. And
that is so stupid. And this whole moment with the cop getting off the car and being like, he's like, it's a thing to do or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he goes and like goes up to the trunk. Do it. Someone's got to do it. Yeah. And he goes and like walks up to her as she's shutting the trunk. You know, like that whole moment is like, when does that ever happen? I mean, what I'm saying right now, but literally like these moments actually do happen in life where the cops actually do see something sketchy and they do approach the vehicle. But I feel like this moment was this woman just grabbing her fucking purse from the back of her trunk because she's at a drive-thru. She's getting ready to pay. There's nothing sketchy about it.
It's like so painfully obvious that like it literally is too obvious for anybody to notice.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Like,
the fact that she blatantly gets away with this. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Does it speak on Texas? Does it speak on the South? Does it speak on law enforcement? Does it speak on all the above? Does it speak on society in general?
There's a bunch of kids that walk right by her before the cop approaches.
There's people eating right there on the dining patio.
Her trunk is wide open.
She's talking to the body.
She's telling her she can't breathe and to open a hole in her bag.
And also, what is the song that she's listening to in her car? It's like some drag queen bop.
Yeah, it's a bop.
I love it.
The music's good.
The music is decent.
The one at the end of the movie is my favorite music to just play. Like,
I don't love the music itself in the film, but I like the songs that they play. Like,
and
I don't like
favorite from this movie because
the compositions.
Like, once it ends and they're rolling out the credits, they play such a good fucking song to it.
And that's like some weird, like,
it's weird,
country hoedown
but it
song.
comes from it's so good though. It's very Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's the only thing that really like kept the chain link.
Someone to turn. So somehow Heather has gotten away and is in the middle of the road. And once again, thanks to this release, we can see the real damage that has been done to her back. Prior to this, I never really could tell that there was a hole or anything in her back, but here we can definitely see that she had been impaled. And Darla, instead of helping her, beats her with a stick and leaves her there.
Stop.
And she's like,
no, don't hit me. Please don't.
And she's like, okay.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta go find a blanket or something.
Yeah, she's
And
like,
then she
don't go crawling away. And she literally like leaves. But it's funny because before she hits her, she thinks about it. She walks by that stick and she looks down and she's like, I'm just gonna have some fun.
She doesn't want her to go away.
And she didn't want to hit her. The way she's hitting her, she's like barely just tapping at her.
She's just making sure she can stay immobile.
And she says, stop.
Oh,
she's more like picking at her.
Yeah, you're right. And this is one of my favorite parts. When Darla gets to the house with the pizza, Leatherface is being chased out of the house by W.E. looking like Roseanne.
And he's looking back at him.
And he's like, ah! Ah! Just screaming.
It's when he looks back at him that it looks more like Roseanne.
Just wailing.
Darts right by her.
And Darla keeps referring to how she will tell Vilmer anytime W.E. threatens her. So we get the idea that her connection to him means something. And then we find out that he's basically her boyfriend somehow. And we watch Leatherface get Ginny from the trunk, and W.E. shocks him with the prod repeatedly, following him into the house. And he's like,
hates him. Yeah.
They're like torturing Leatherface. Leatherface is like,
for being different.
Yeah, for being gay. They're like shoving him back in the closet. In the kitchen, Vilmer abuses Darla for not charging the multiple remote controllers that we can only assume are for his leg. And this is where things get a little weird for me. Like, a little weird. This is where we get all the FBI stuff, and we get mentioned that the house is under 24-hour surveillance, and Vilmer is shoving his fingers inside Ginny's mouth. Like, this shit's weird.
I don't know. I like it.
I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just
like
weird.
Everything wraps up quick here. Like,
it seems like he's just asking her the same things over and over again and going off script. And like Renée Zellweger could actually be crying. I feel like he's like literally
it does feel like a little unorganized.
I feel like
a little,
I feel like the director was just like
Renee's kind of like waiting for like, what do I fuck it? You know what? I'm just gonna grab this and start acting.
Yeah, I honestly feel like the director was like, just make her cry.
Yeah,
like scare her and make her cry,
and
enough, then like
spit of her face,
and then like he took her aside separately and was like, just react, and like if you have to kick him in the balls, do it.
Yeah, and
like it was like guerrilla filmmaking. You know what I mean?
It really was. Like it's exactly what it was.
I like the quote that W.E. says to Darla when he says, the woman's a whore, and there's an end to it.
Okay. Because he knows
like,
best.
Shut up.
He speaks by quote.
He only speaks through quote. So Vilmer drags Heather back into the kitchen and then bites her nose off.
What the fuck?
For no fucking reason.
That poor girl.
Like she's just being put through it for no real reason. It's all very chaotic. And then upstairs, Darla is just more unglued and trying to be motherly, I guess, to Jenny, whatever that means. And I cannot get over just how much she and Jennifer Aniston look alike. I like these scenes.
Yeah.
I like how she is showing how nuts she really is by saying stuff like, hush up out there. It's just girl talk in here. Oh, and the like there's layers here. There is layers here. It's just unfortunate that like even with the director's cut, we don't get enough of the layers peeled back for characters like this. I think that we could have used a lot more
But
for
see, but
Darla.
that's the mystery behind her. There's like a disconnect that you just cannot get. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? There's something wrong with her. She's well put together, but what is wrong with
There's
her?
a chip. There's a
There's
chip in her
something,
head,
yeah.
and she even says later he
Oh,
has
yeah.
a chip in my head, and at any moment he can press a button.
I don't believe anything she
and
fucking says.
kaplooey.
She could literally be a pathological liar.
Also, but I think they all think that they are all like part of some bigger plan.
Yeah.
I think that they all think that. This is where the conspiracy theory stuff happens. And it's like all really nutter butter Kennedy stuff. Like they think that, well, she thinks that Vilmer thinks that the people who killed John F. Kennedy are watching them and that Vilmer works for the people who killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
Like it's all very complex and weird. And it's weird. Vilmer, as much as he is creepy, I really think he's annoying. I don't like when he comes on screen. And I guess it's the point. I guess that's the point that it's supposed to be. Yeah, he's just throwing ladies around too much.
It's okay. Like he knows no better. Like he has no control of that. Like that's just who his character is. Like women or like fucking old shoes you could literally just kick around.
Yeah.
Objects.
I bet he felt really good about being cast in this.
It's kind of like how he always feels though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. Do you have a favorite Matthew McConaughey movie?
No, I don't. I actually don't like Matthew McConaughey. Like,
I don't love him.
Like, I don't think he's a good actor at all. Like he looks good on screen. He used to be sexy, whatever. Even in this movie, there's little like booty shots of him, that are like he's a little caked up. But honest to God, like I never thought he was a good actor. I never honestly even thought he was like handsome or sexy. Like that whole thing he does, like to me, is just like this guy's too cocky.
I like him in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Too cocky.
I like him in that movie. I think it's cute. And I also like Dallas Buyers Club.
And I feel like he just never changes character. It's always just
agreed.
Him.
Anyway, there's more chaos in the kitchen, of course. And Darla is getting hit around now by Vilmer, and she freaks out and starts hitting him with her shoe. And everyone is involved now. And then Jenny somehow gets a hold of the rifle and holds everybody up, and things start to fall apart. We get Leatherface crying. Vilmer pops a beer. Like this is happening all the time.
Yeah, this is like literally the whirlwind. Like at the end, we get this big old bang.
I mean, does this all sound fucking crazy? Because it is.
Yeah, it really does. Like, honestly, like
watching a tiny little blonde girl hold everybody hostage, including Leatherface, is borderline hysterical.
And nobody listens to her anyway.
Nobody. And we go back and forth over the rifle not being loaded or being loaded for like 2 minutes until he essentially gets it back from her. Did we discuss the keys on the wall?
It's happening during this moment.
There's all those keys on the wall.
Yeah. So now with this version, you can actually like see what's behind the characters. And in the dinner, like the dinner room, all of the walls are covered with just keys. And I told Sonny, I was like, did you see all those keys? Like, I wonder if they've been, people from the past, like that they've have tacked. And like, if this was considered a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next generation, then obviously it's been passed by generation by generation. So these keys have been from like years ago.
Yeah.
That have just hung there, and like they're just killing people. And they're like these inbred animals that just live in this Texas desert, and they just kill people because that's all they know. It's just a game to them. Like to this family, it's just a game, like dogs with a fucking toy in the backyard.
I thought it was a really cool touch.
Kind of like wolves catching rabbits, just for fun.
Yeah. It's like you see all the cars inside of a ditch and the hills have eyes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Then you get something like this.
Yes. Exactly.
So Heather is still here, just lying on the floor with her bloody, bleeding nose. Jenny is trying to get her up so they can leave together, but Heather's like, I can't find my shoes.
Girl, you're fucking leave her.
So Jenny escapes, and Vilmer does this bomb dive onto the top of the car that she gets into, and there's this kind of funny scene of her driving around in circles out on the front of the lawn until she crashes into a tree. There's a boo moment when she gets out of the car and Vilmer grabs her ankle.
Oh gosh. Not the ankle.
Not the ankle. And we're back in the house. So Leatherface is in full-on drag now, having a moment in her bedroom, listening to German records.
It's like they really want us to witness this family like having their moment. Okay?
Fucking
Just fucking stay here and watch them for like 3 hours. And then
melting down, Lavi and Rose up in her bedroom, putting on lipstick, wearing a wig and a nightgown.
That's how I'm gonna end my life.
This is Alex every night. In the kitchen, Darla says to Vilmer, "Be nice to me. I can always go back to my husband." Which makes me wonder what her husband is like.
You don't want. We probably don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know.
I would love to know. And was it me or was their makeout session in the kitchen like somewhat hot?
Jenny, no. Sorry,
Darla
and Vilmer.
Yeah, they're like.
It kind of seemed brotherly though. It kind of seemed like very brotherly. It kind of seemed like, honest to God, it seemed like they were relatives.
They were like all over each other.
It was gross. Like I thought it was gross. Like I was like, you guys are related. Like there's no fucking way they're not related.
well, I don't know if it. Okay,
I don't know. Like that kiss literally like was like y'all. Ew, no. Like
oh my
you guys are kissing. Like you guys should not be kissing.
Like
there's no relationship between them.
That.
There's no relationship between them. It literally looks like they're kissing cousins. It's gross. Like I was like, no way.
I thought there was something real sexy about that dirty ass kitchen and how she's controlling that weird Spectrum remote.
Well, yeah, but change the woman. You know, like because she just seemed like she was just a relative. Like, she knows how to control that control way too much.
Okay,
she's crawled into his bed a little too much, you know, like that whole, no, get away.
Oh, did you realize that they still haven't eaten the pizza?
They're not going to eat a fucking pizza. Like, these people don't eat pizza.
She's like, come and get it before it gets cold.
There's no way they're going to fucking eat pizza.
And she has her hair all
Why
done
did
up
she
now.
even go get pizza?
Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Just to take Jenny on a ride.
This is where we are. Well, we're going back to the kitchen. I was going to say we're in the kitchen now, but we're going back to the kitchen. And Vilmer slaps the shit out of Ginny to wake her up. And this is where Ginny wakes up to the table of quote unquote dead people. And Leatherface is just screaming maniacally again, just going, wait.
He's in anguish.
He's in anguish, you're right. He just wants to be seen
that poor
for
fella.
who she really is.
I'm telling you, he wants a moment.
I love
and you're going to witness it.
I love it when Darla gives Ginny the bag to throw up in.
Darla's very, you know, she takes care of her guests. She brought them pizza.
It's like all the terror is actually gone now and we're just going for it.
Yeah.
Like W.E. is having a conversation with the corpse of Grandpa at the end of the table too. He's just talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh, and Leatherface is painting her nails.
It's like at this point, Jenny's just staying there because she doesn't want to, like, she just wants to stay there. Like, girl, you can actually leave now.
She's
like,
waiting for her Uber.
Yeah, like, I don't think they actually, like, realize you're still here.
And this is where Darla thinks that she has a chip in her head that Vilmer could control. Yeah. This is where she tells Jenny that. And Jenny's like, no, you don't. You're just an idiot.
Yeah,
like, you fucking really dumb bitch. And then she has
Jenny gets tired of them. She's so tired.
And this is where she has her Sydney Scream 3 moment where she's like, I'm so tired of your guys' shit. Yeah. Like, I'm getting up and I'm walking out that door and none of you motherfuckers are going to stop me. And then Leatherface gets up and screams. And then Jenny's like, you sit the fuck down. And then Leatherface sits down and she's like, oh.
This whole moment actually happens. Like,
it's honestly the best part of the movie. And then to like prove a point, Vilmer sets Heather on fire.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck, man?
It's like for a minute you're in like a totally different movie. It's like actual comedy. And then he just fucking sets Heather's back on fire. And she's like running around screaming, and then Darla has to use a fire extinguisher on her back, and then she's like, God damn it, Vilmer, you know I can't get that smell out of my clothes.
Ew. I was wondering why she put it out so quick.
Because she
don't like the smell.
She doesn't like the smell.
It's like me when I fry those fries with that fucking fly swatter.
Jesus Christ.
Burn them.
It's disgusting.
It's like this tennis racket fly swatter. It's just fucking burn, bitch, burn.
And that's when the Mexican drug cartel shows up.
What the fuck was that about? Like,
I don't.
Why do we need this?
This is, I didn't necessarily need any of this. Like, it's fine. Upon this last watch, it's like, whatever. Okay.
Go back to Ozark.
But that's exactly what I wrote in my notes.
Really?
I wrote Ozark shows up.
Like
it's a variation.
Go back to Ozark.
Like, who is this guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy? So this guy is the 24-hour surveillance, I guess. Like, is he the FBI? Like, is he the one?
But what? For what? Like,
Is he Vilmer's boss? Like, all I could think of was
what are you doing?
all I could think of was Cabin in the Woods with people who are
Yeah.
monitoring what's happening from like a video feed, and they're watching everything from monitors, and they're like, okay, like,
But what's the game though?
what is the fucking game?
Like, what are they watching?
He
Caged animals? Like,
he
what are they
cha-
watching?
Well, I guess he chastises Vilmer, and he reminds him that there is one reason that he is there, and that is to show the true meaning of horror to these people. And he says stuff like, don't be a silly boy.
Yeah.
Is that clear? Don't be a silly boy. But that really stuck with me. You are here to show them the true meaning of horror, and he's there to intervene because they're fucking it up. They're doing something
now it's
wrong.
a business. Like,
Yeah.
it takes it away from the family generation shit,
It's, like,
and it turns into
hostile.
a business. So it's
Yeah.
like, so I have to kill these people, and what does my family get for it? Like, how do we get paid?
And that's what I mean. Like, none of that makes
Do
any...
I get their luggage and turn it into you? Like, what?
Exactly.
They're not traveling. They're going to prom. Like,
None of it makes any sense. So it's like all of this was pre-plotted and all of this was like organized, but none of this makes any sense.
No.
So like you're going to bring all of this like weird Halloween 6 cult thorn shit.
exactly. It's like we're watching a third movie right when the movie's about to end. Like, they're starting a whole nother movie, and it's like, wait,
And
whoa.
and you don't give us
I was
nearly
done.
enough time. Exactly.
I'm with
like,
Jenny. I'm ready to walk out.
Yeah, and you can't introduce this weird new character to us that walked right out of fucking Twin Peaks.
And his fiend.
And and like have him start like showing up his pierced stomach with all this weird body
That's all he does.
mutilation.
He like rips his shirt open and he's like, yeah, horror.
And then he's shaming Darla for her choice in men, and she's like, "Don't you talk to me."
Don't
And
touch
then-
me. There's pizza.
And when he's licking her face, all I could think of was like, is he trying to absorb her? Like, what is he doing? And then I was like, oh, he's trying to scare her. He wants to like, but then I was like, wait, even Leatherface won't look at him. Like, Leatherface is so scared of this guy that Leatherface is like shying away in horror.
No, is he the devil? Like, who are you?
He's
An
just
alien?
like the head of the organization of horror.
But see,
he's-
that's the stupidest thing you could ever say
Exactly.
in a movie.
But that's
Period.
what I got out of this.
That
And
is
like,
the stupidest
I
line.
haven't investigated anything further. Like, that's just what I got out of it. So I could be wrong. I'm not gonna like go digging any further than this. Like, that's what I got. What the fuck ever. Like, I might be wrong. I did notice for the first
So
time
he's a
ever.
supervisor.
Sure.
So he has keys.
No, I think he's more than that. I think he's actually higher than that.
Okay. So
He's
district,
Vilmer's
district
boss.
manager.
Yeah. There you go. He's Crystal.
It's Crystal, district manager.
Did you notice the chandelier made of bones?
No, I didn't.
Fucking rad. This was the first time out of all the times I've seen this movie that I noticed
It's
that.
because of the fucking 4K.
It is the 4K. Is this 4K or is it 2K?
It's blue.
It's a Blu-ray for sure. I don't know. Either way, it looks fucking awesome. This movie looks great. So the weird man leaves without introducing himself. Vilmer smashes Heather's skull with his crazy leg, and I think that this is fucking horrendous. Like he like puts everything into it too.
You can hear the leg. The leg's like literally. It's like
Good
trying to
one.
fucking break.
It's horrendous. It's so
Yeah.
gruesome. And again, this is where the sound editing is real good. Something weird happens. Vilmer reacts in a really funny way, and he starts like crying, and he starts like screaming and taking a knife and ripping his shirt open and cutting his chest open and like cutting his arms and self-mutilating. And Darla tries to stop him. She's crying too. And the whole thing is fucking wackadoodle, dude. And Leatherface is crying. This gives Ginny the opportunity to try to escape, and she ends up in this room full of like newspapers and probably National Enquirers, and she's trying to get out of there, and somehow she ends up back in the grasp of Vilmer and Leatherface, and she gets the controller for Vilmer's leg. Either way, she gets away.
This
She
whole
gets-
moment seems like a play.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it
It's
seems like a set. Literally, like you're watching a fucking play.
Yeah, like it's so comical. And she's able to get her way out of the situation. And it's so fucking weird to me because Leatherface has a chainsaw.
Mhm.
He has a chainsaw, and like nothing comes of this fucking moment. Like, you have a chainsaw and you're not using it. Come
Like,
on, Roseanne.
He hasn't used it at all.
And, like, really though.
Like, at all.
And maybe that was another thing that a lot of people had problems with. And it's like, now that I think about it, I kind of have a problem with it too.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, he never fucking used that to chop anything up. Nobody, not even a piece of wood.
Not
Not even
one
not one
person
thing. He just swung it around and
died
screamed.
by chainsaw. You're
He
right.
gave us that moment
Wow.
where he's just like, ah!
He does. He does give us that. And now, can someone explain to me where the rest of the footage of the film is, where there's an underground meth lab? Because Vilmer is so spun up this whole film, and we didn't get any of that.
Maybe
in
that's who this
movie.
guy was.
Maybe he was a drug dealer.
His fucking drug dealer.
Dude, I don't know.
Is that what the whole movie is? A big
Maybe
theory
so.
about drugs and like hallucinogens and shit? Like,
I feel like
we're
we
supposed
have
to scare these people, so sell them the good shit. and take
we
their
have
money and bring
dug
it back.
deeper than most people have ever probably thought to dig.
This is catastrophic.
That's a good word for it. Vilmer sends Leatherface after Jenny. And then this is where we meet the Spottish family.
Oh, yes.
An elderly couple in their RV. And you know us now. We have a soft spot for those who have anything to do with an RV.
Yes, we do.
Jenny crosses their path, being chased by Leatherface in his full-on Roseanne garb. And Mrs. Spottish, bless her heart, lets Jenny in. And she's literally like, oh my God, Mr. Spottish, there's a monster chasing this poor girl.
Oh, Mrs. Spottish? Like, people that keep talking with their names like that.
It's hilarious. And just when you think she's safe, Vilmer is on the side of the RV driving his tow truck with Leatherface hanging on the side of out the side rather of the passenger door, much like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the opening of that film. They saw their asses right off the road, and the RV topples over and crashes. And Jenny still manages to escape. This finale is so fucking bonkers because Jenny should not be alive at this point. Leatherface is like dancing on the ledge of the truck, like on the side of the truck, just like doing this funky little dance.
You don't even care to chase her anymore. She's like, watch this. Just watch this before you leave. It's like her Little Miss Sunshine moment.
He does all these like longing things with his arms, like where he's like reaching. Because I forgot to mention during the dinner scene where Vilmer is like, my brother has decided that he doesn't want to wear that face anymore. He wants your face. And he points to Renée Zellweger. And then Leatherface does the same thing, but he reaches for Renée Zellweger's face, like with this longing.
No.
Like, I'm reaching for Alex. No one can see it, but it's like this longing Shakespearean reach. Like, please. Like, it's
poetic.
It's the most poetic thing you've ever seen. And it's like so over the top. And like, I was just fucking dying over it. Okay, where were we? Leatherface is dancing on the ledge of the truck. Vilmer and Leather chase her down. There's a crop duster plane that's like randomly flying in the sky. Are you guys keeping up with this? There's a crop duster plane that veers down. The wheel of it hits Vilmer in the face and kills him. Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
That was
and then
aimed.
and then the plane is never seen again.
Yeah, like it's totally gone. And how is that plane even going to land?
Like, what the fuck? In WE, we get the best shot of the film. There's two of them, actually, and they happen right next to each other. And that's this insane close-up on Jenny. And do you know what I'm talking about? It just zooms up real close on Jenny, on Renée Zellweger, and she looks just disgusted as she sees Matthew McConaughey's body on the ground covered in blood, and she's just like, oh. And then we get the next equally best shot, and it's the close-up of Leatherface, and he touches his face, and he has the lipstick on and like the face, and just starts screaming. He's like, ah!
He delivered the best moments in the whole movie. Literally just screaming, no words out of this man's mouth.
He doesn't have any lines. Yeah, he has no lines.
But I think that was like the best thing, was just like, all you can do is scream.
Yeah.
You know, like you're a monster. Like,
yeah.
You shouldn't have a voice.
You're right. I guess you're right. This is the most interesting. It's like if Divine were Leatherface.
And we never saw him without the mask.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that we see a Leatherface actor without the mask, I think. I might be wrong. So Jenny is picked up by a limo that just appears out of nowhere. It has the scary pierced weirdo who was licking her face inside. And he apologizes to her and explains to her that this was supposed to be a spiritual experience for her And this was an experiment of sorts, kind of like the Belko experiment. That's something that comes to mind. So better luck next time, I guess. He offers her a hospital or a police station and informs her that nobody's going to believe her, so to choose her words wisely, she obviously picks a hospital because that's where she ends up. And she sees an elderly woman who looks a lot like Sally Hardesty being wheeled away past her. She's also told by the cop talking to her that this isn't the first time this thing has happened or something like this has happened. The cop talking to her, by the way, is John Dugan, who played Grandpa Sawyer in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sally Hardesty is once again played by Marilyn Burns. The man wheeling her away is none other than Gunnar Hansen, who played the original Leatherface.
And that's your Texas Chainsaw Massacre connection.
Yeah, back on the road, Leather is still wielding her chainsaw, screaming in the sun. And that would be Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you guys.
Jeez.
On your gory gaydar, this is going to be new for you because you have yet to rate a movie. And I'll go first so you know how this goes. So we have 5 categories: acting, directing, script/plot, special effects/gore, and music. We're going to rate them out of 5, right? So acting, I gave it a 3.5, 3.5. That's because, especially watching this as a full-grown adult and through the lens of someone who appreciates camp and who appreciates what this movie was trying to do and the heart that went into it and like what the writer and director was aiming for, I get it now. I get it. And I really like the characters of Heather, and I really like what Leatherface was doing here. So given what they had to work with, I really like a lot of it. So yeah, 3.5 I feel like is fair. Directing, I give a 3 because I feel like the callbacks to the original were there if you're paying enough attention. I feel like it's, especially the director's cut, I feel like it's put well enough together and there is enough going on, even when it gets like crazy and stupid, that the direction is well enough to be taken seriously enough. I mean, you don't have to take it too seriously. Script and plot, 2.5, because it's basically a rehash of the original, and the weirdo government stuff, like none of it made any sense. And like that character that they added at the end, I think just they didn't need it, and it kind of took me out of it. So I think a 2.5 is generous, if we're being honest. The special effects and gore, I gave it a 4 because I think that's where a lot of the fun was. I think like the Leatherface effects were really cool. Even though they were simple, I think they were cool. They were a lot better than part 3. I think the blood effects were really handled really nicely, especially since these movies are not supposed to be like over the top of the blood. The first one was very, very effective with the lesser amounts of blood and gore. And I think this one, when they happened, it was just the right amount. So I think the 4 is fair. And as far as music goes, we already talked about it. I don't think there was enough of it to make an impact on me. I think that had they used better music, like more suspenseful music and more that like made sense for a movie like this, it would have a higher score. So I give it a 2. Now, when you take all that, add it up, and divide it by 5, I get an even 3.
That's too long.
Not at all.
That's too much and too long.
So go for it. What would you give it the acting?
Well, the acting, I would literally give it a 3.5 as well, because I do believe that our strong characters, which was, to me, Matthew McConaughey and Renée Zellweger, did an impeccable job. And even if this was like their beginning, this was like one of their beginning earlier stage movies, of course, they did really good. Like even Renée Zellweger, she did really good. Her parts, like she was at one point, like I said, she just stopped paying attention and just said, I'm going to grab this weapon and just start acting, because she basically understood that she was in a movie. And if there's no direction like given, then you need to do what you got to do. Like you bring it, And I feel like Renée Zellweger did that, even though I like Matthew McConaughey's acting a whole lot better than anybody in the movie. And I'm totally like, I don't like his movies. I don't like his acting. I don't follow his career. It's hard for you to get me to watch a Matthew McConaughey movie, but this must be one of my favorites of his, if you ask me again. Like you asked me earlier.
Sure.
This would literally be one of my favorites. And just because after this movie, to me, he seems like the same character in every other movie that he's done. He brought the exact same energy, the exact same cockiness. Everything about it just seems fair enough to be a 3.5 with their acting.
What about directing?
Directing could have been a little better. I felt like everything was kind of wonky. You know, it could have been a little more lined up, but then again, that's the movie that I wouldn't agree with because it would be a little more straight than what this movie was. And I feel like maybe the direction was not to care so much and to be free and like give us what you got because there is no proper budget anyway. So you showed up and thank you. So give us what you got, Renee, and whoever else. So for directing, I would probably say 3.
All right.
Yeah.
What about script and plot?
For script and plot, I actually don't have any trouble with it. I agree with everything. Just like you said, since I watched the director's version, the director's cut, I paid more attention to that one as being like the first version of this movie that I've watched. So I saw it in the full of, you know, not the parts that were missing, how like Stanley watched it, but I saw this movie in full, like the gaps being filled. And it felt more like a decent movie to me. So I actually paid attention to it. I feel like I could give this a 4 maybe because I actually paid attention to it. And normally if I get distracted and I lose like the attention in a movie, like I just won't even remember nothing about it. But I think that from beginning to end, I can remember what happens in this movie, especially because of the length of it. But all the moments in this movie happen so fast and they happen so quick and there's so much energy in it. Like you don't get you just don't lose track of the movie. You don't get bored. You don't like veer off. You pay attention throughout the whole movie because it was done pretty well as campy.
What about special effects and gore?
For special effects and gore, I think less is more.
Yeah.
And like the sets playing a big role. Like the guy had mentioned, you know, while we were watching like behind the scenes stuff, that the fog rolling in played a big part, you know, with the lighting together. So I feel like more natural is better. Like these are things that actually you see happening when weather changes. Like if the effect is way more better. So I would give it a 4.5.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like this is the type of stuff that lacks in movies nowadays. Like blood in movies today is so fake and it's too much of it. And we get it. It's blood. And that's the point. Things are supposed to be gory and blood is supposed to be everywhere. But too like for instance, Heather getting like, you know, hooked.
Yeah.
And no blood coming out is like way more like a huger impact to me than it's more of a trauma to me because the body is in shock. Like knowing like you break down the body and you're like, fuck, that body is in shock. That was a clean cut to where there's no fucking blood vessel like exposed or bleeding. And that's how sharp that fucking hook was. And he just like caught her at once. So like that shit is effective, you know, like no blood is way more fucking effective than a lot of blood or tons of blood or blood just scoring down like a fucking sliced
pig. And I
pig.
think in situations like this, the aftermath is more effective than the actual instance of whatever's happening. So when they find her on the road later, I think what you see, just that little glimpse of what you see happening with her back is more effective than the... Yeah. So what would you said 4.5?
Uh-huh.
I love it. All right, cool. What about music?
For music, I wasn't disappointed with the music, so I would give it like a 3.
All right.
Yeah, just because there's certain it plays good roles in the certain spots where the music does come up.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it.
So you total that out to a 3.6 out of 5 on the gory Gaydar on the gory Gaydar. Now, do you have any favorite scenes worth mentioning?
The beginning of the movie where he grabs Heather and he's going through the hallway of the entire house and like trying to trap her in the fridge. Not the beginning of the movie, but when
the first like
house,
initial attack.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
So that entire scene to me is like, fuck, like this has all the proper screaming. It's so lengthy. Like if you're watching this movie like in a separate room or the next room, people are gonna wonder like what you're watching because there's so much happening and nothing's really happening. It's just him dragging her through a fucking hallway, her like banging portraits off the wall with her legs, you know, and then he puts her in the fridge and you're like, fuck, this girl is doomed. And to me, it's the scariest thing to be trapped in a box or trapped in a fridge or in a fucking casket. It's the most horrifying thing. But her fighting this big, huge man, period, is like the most scariest thing to me. But the length of this scene is what attracts me the most. Like, it's just so good.
I wish they would have revisited her in the freezer. I wish they would have had enough time to go back and have like a shot of her in the freezer panicking.
This movie has a lot of shit where you can literally create so many movies out of this one fucking movie. Like, I want to know about Darla. Like, why is she so unhinged? I want to know so much about her. Like, why is she here?
Me too.
Why is she here? You're a relative, bitch. You're a relative.
She's his sister.
She's his sister. There's some cousin shit going on there.
I would say my favorite scene would be the end with the RV, because I love the combination of the what are the names? The Spigglers?
No.
What the fuck are their names? Oh my god, I just had it.
Yeah, but you know what? I need to figure out what the name of the RV is, because I know he says like, "Don't mess with Bessie" or something. He says something. There's a name.
It was the Spottish family.
Spottish family.
And we'll find out the name too.
Yeah.
We'll find out the name.
The RV has a name.
I just love the callback to the original of him. Or her. I guess we can call Leatherface a girl by the end of the film. The transition is real. I love the image of her just spinning in the sunlight. I just think that is such an iconic image, and I think it is very, very similar to the original's ending, and I like that a lot. Did you have a favorite death?
Favorite death? Really? No, nothing really stuck.
I think my favorite death was finally when Heather died. I loved the sound design, and I loved just the way you knew what was happening. Like, you didn't see her face or skull or whatever getting crushed. You can see the subtitles saying that her skull was getting fucking crushed, and you can tell like how much force Matthew McConaughey was putting into it, but you couldn't exactly see it. And I thought that was really, really fucking grisly.
I don't know. She just felt like, even if she died, like, who would care for Heather?
Oh my god, stop.
It felt like that. Like,
someone
like,
would.
I don't know. Like,
You're
nobody
terrible.
saved her. It was
Nobody
weird.
saved. Nobody wanted to
Nobody
save her.
saved nothing, but like, they just kind of like let her get picked on.
Justice for Heather.
Justice for fucking Heather, for reals, dude. Like, they honestly just like let her get picked on. Like, she took it for the team.
We're gonna find Lisa Newmeyer, and we're gonna find you.
And the saddest part is that she died like being a stupid girl to everybody, like dumb, stupid bitch girl.
But at least she knew, and
That's
we
horrifying.
knew. We knew the
What a
truth.
sad death.
We knew the truth about
We got
Heather.
you, Heather.
We love you, Heather.
Justice for Heather. Fuck that.
All right, so I guess this was a solid experience. I gave it a 3. Oh, mine was a solid 3, and you gave it a 3.6.
3.6.
So I think that's a solid viewing experience. It's not terrible. It's not perfect by any means, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and it has watchability for sure. Rewatchability for sure.
You know, this guy blows dead dogs. Just lay it in there.
Eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
Before we go, do you have anything that you want to say to our listeners?
What do I have to say?
Well, I guess we
Am I
should
engaged?
say... No, not yet. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to not contact us at thegorygaze@gmail.com. You can find us on most social media platforms at Threads, YouTube, Instagram.
You hungry?
At The Gory Gaze. We got to feed these dogs.
Yeah.
And you'll find us again here next time for episode 52, the original I Know What You Did Last Summer, followed by I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, y'all. And that'll be July for you. Thank you guys for being so patient as we have made this return to podcasting. It's been a long wait, but we're happy to be back. And don't forget to go visit our Patreon and listen to our audio commentaries or my audio commentaries. Yeah, come back again. Come back again.
Come back again.
We love you guys. Stay gory.
Oh, wait, watch that movie that we watched last night with, what's his name? Rupert Everett.
Oh my God, we didn't finish it. We still need to finish it. It was wild.
They showed his peepee.
It showed everything. It showed Rupert's Everett.
Oh my gosh.
It showed Rupert's Rupert.
Showed Everett's Rupert.
But what you guys need to watch is Bring Her Back.
Oh my God.
Say nothing else. We'll talk about it later.
Bye.
Watch Bring Her Back. Stay gory.
Gay.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.